Hey, welcome everybody to another episode of It's in the Blood. Tonight we're going to feature the Indiana Hoosiers playing the University of Louisiana Ragin' Cajuns. I see we got a few people in the chat before the game starts tonight. A few notes of interest to everybody that's got interest in this game. Senior guard Rob Fennessy is out, suffered a leg injury during the St. John's game, and he will not be available. Also, with that note, freshman center Logan Duncombe has been suspended for 3 games for undisclosed team violation of the rules. So that came out from the spokesperson prior to the game. One more sad note to start before we start this game today. Sophomore Trey Galloway had wrist on his to repair his. He had surgery on his wrist to repair from where he was injured in the game the other night. So with that being said, you're going to see guys like Christian Lander that's going to have to fill in for Rob Fennessy and play some point guard today. Very excited to see that. Christian Lander played well against St. John's in the limited time that he did get to play. Let me check on the broadcast here. It looks like it should be getting ready to start. Okay. Don't forget, I do run on a bit of a delay since I am streaming off the computer and not on my TV set. So what does that mean? That means that Christian Lander will be stepping up and playing some valuable minutes and be working on his progression towards a point guard role. Right now, he's the backup to Rob Fennessy, basically the third point guard, with Xavier Johnson getting the nod. Also, with Trey Galloway being out, that's going to really force a lot of minutes more towards Anthony Leal and Jordan Geronimo. Jordan was already playing quite a bit, but Trey Galloway was. Thank you, David. 7:40. Well, that's what I get for starting. I know that it was supposed to be a 7:30 start today, but that's okay. We'll sit in here. We'll gab it up for a few minutes. So here we go. Anthony Leal's going to get some play time today. I've been kind of squawking for that in some other message boards and other live streams, and I've been beat to death over that because, Anthony Leal has what appears to be defensive issues. It's not that he's not a scrappy ball player. It's not that he doesn't go after loose balls or whatever. He gets beat on defense quite a bit, and that has limited his playing time thus far this season. So gut check time if you're Anthony Leal. He's a hometown favorite, and he can really shoot the ball lights out. Very good three-point shooter in his limited time playing the other day. Yes, Robert. Absolutely. On YouTube, if you want to swing over and check out with some of the people that we got in here, Robert. But Anthony Leal and Christian Lander are the two more exciting things to watch today. Louisiana Lafayette, I do not want to say is a pushover opponent. They are 3-0, and they can score the basketball. But, however, this is a game that we should be building upon our game from the other night against St. John's. Second half, we really saw some weakness in our shooting game and in our ability to put a game away. We had a quality opponent that came back and played like a quality opponent with the star. The Champagne gentlemen for St. John's really lit us up in the second half, along with some of their younger shooters. Excuse me. But so with all that being said, we've got a game tonight. We played a tough game the other day. We had several injuries. We had a couple guys go down. Let's look to see what we can build on tonight. Trace Jackson Davis and Race Thompson absolutely lights out in the paint. Both guys have been playing at a very high level. Trace is, of course, first-team All-American preseason, and Race Thompson is a key factor. When it came down to the wire in the game the other night, Race is the one that drove into the lane and took the floating little left-handed hook shot across the middle. Excuse me. Jessica, we appreciate you and stopping in here for Louisiana Lafayette. This ought to be a good game for you guys. I hope you show well. I want to see teams come in here and play well, but this is a strictly pretty much an IU fan base. But I appreciate the comment and I appreciate you stopping by. I really look forward to seeing your team, although I do not know a whole lot about them. My goodness. Also, with the two big men playing well, where we really got some spot we need to improve on is our transfer from South Florida, Michael Durr. He's going to be coming in today, and he's going to get some more valuable minutes as well. And although he has played pretty good man-up defense, he's played pretty good man-up defense. He has not been able to do the help side defense like I would expect from a top-ranked Big Ten team. And that's where I think he's got to work. He's really good at manning up to his guy, but helping when he has to play help defense, he's struggled in that aspect. He's not cut guys off in the lane and not used his size to get into to affect the other players when he does do help side defense. So I want to see him jump in on that a little bit today. I want to see Michael Durr get more involved as in team defense. Maybe that's how I should put it. David Payton, right now, I completely agree with you. But I think what Mike Woodson's trying to do is he is really trying to set a tone and run guys out in a certain order right now, although I don't know that it's going to stay this way. But Jordan Geronimo's athleticism and knack for getting to the ball and taking good shots when he plays, he should be working himself towards the starting lineup. Miller Kopp is a very experienced kid, and he came in from a Northwestern team that took a beating almost every single year. He hasn't played as well as I wanted to see him play coming into this season so far. What am I doing? Hasn't played exceptionally well yet, and that goes. Miller Kopp has not played exceptionally well, and I don't think Parker Stewart's played well yet either. But those two guys are getting that opportunity to start this season out because evidently Parker Stewart's there for his shot. I see that his defense has improved. He's bulked up a little bit, and he is an experienced kid. So I understand why Jordan Geronimo is coming in off the bench and Tamar Bates. But you know what? I'm not so sure that those guys don't work themselves towards that starting lineup or be more – gain way more minutes as we're going forward because they both have played exceptionally well early in the season. Parker Stewart and Miller Kopp has not proven themselves yet to be solid starters, in my opinion. Here we go. Jessica's going to give us a little insight on Louisiana Lafayette. We can shoot the ball well at times and have some height with our bigs. We are 3-0, Division II West Florida, and NAIA Xavier of Louisiana. Hey, that's what? The Louisiana Lafayette, that's still a pretty big school, but it is in a smaller conference in Division I. It's really good for a team like yours to get a chance to come up and play Big Ten competition anywhere else. I think that's the key, right? Is being able to play against the bigger schools, making big time, playing good in these type of games, and shooting the ball well. These are things that we struggle with as well here at IU. Indiana has not shot the three-point shot well. We have shot exceptionally well inside the arc. So, and we also struggle at the free throw line. And like we have not played, super solid competition. We played two teams from the MAC and one Big East team. We do have 3 wins as well. But it's just all about. It's all about. I don't know much about your team and your coach, but 3-0 is a good way to start. Southern Miss is not a bad program, and that's a 21-point win on the road. See, that's impressive because in Division I basketball, if you can beat anybody by 21 points on the road, that means you have the ability to go on a run. These basketball games that we've been watching in here lately, teams have been going on big runs, and then they feed off of it, and then the defense picks up, and that's what big time Division I basketball is about. So if you're looking to get your team on the map, a good showing today is really going to help that for you going forward into your conference. I hope we smash you, but at the same time, I will congratulate good play, and I want to see a good play because we like to have these type of teams, give them opportunities. And I remember Louisiana Lafayette used to come in when I was younger, when they had the Hoosier Classic and the Indiana the two little 4-team tournaments that they used to have back in the 90s when I used to watch. Going down through a little bit of the chat here, my good buddy FL Thunder Digging with Rob has had some fantastic days lately in the metal detecting community. He's an avid YouTuber and has a great live stream on Sunday. Amethyst is around and she supports everybody. I thank you for being here. There's my kiddo right there on her personal account, Miss Alex. She's probably might stop in and see us at halftime today. It looks like we're getting ready to start. They've got the lights out and they're introducing the lineups right now. Adam Plays. Nice to see you. Thank you for stopping in, Adam, and commenting. I appreciate it. Feel free to gab it up in here. Jeff from Brewers Prospecting, also another YouTuber in here. And Alley Cat Treasures is in the house. She was happy with Rob's day. They're introducing the starting lineups. I'm going to head and hit some sound in here in my little earbuds here so that I can keep up with what's going on and kind of replay that for you right now. But Race Thompson is coming in right now on introducing the starting lineups. But these kids on the bench, Tamar Bates and Jordan Geronimo, have been really helping this team out. Brian Buck, I have a feeling that we're going to have a good night from the threes tonight. Man, Brian, I really hope to see that. Absolutely. If you're wanting to watch it on TV, Brian, it is on the regular Big Ten Network tonight. And my stream is at least 15 seconds behind because of YouTube transferring it over. So, but I would appreciate if you wanted to hang out and watch. You know what? Let's just look at who needs to have a good game today. Parker Stewart and Miller Cotton need to play well if they want to stay in this lineup of starters. Trace Jackson Davis, just keep doing what you're doing. Make good decisions with the ball. Race Thompson, keep beating him up on the inside. The guys being out, Rob Fennessy it's a huge out for them. So, like I said earlier, Anthony Leal, Jordan Geronimo, Tamar Bates, and Christian Lander need to step up today. Oh, you got the volleyball game. Well, I'm not sure, Brian. I'm not sure where you're at. I will give the call here as best as I humanly possibly can. I'm learning how to call games. So some of the people are pretty happy with it. Can I mute my mic for a second? All right, we're getting ready to fire it up on the tip-off here. I'm going to scoot you guys over just a little bit. I bet the scoring is going to be up there today. Let's watch for transition play tonight. First thing I notice when I see this Louisiana Lafayette team is they've got decent size on the floor. So that is another good thing. And all these kids are good athletes. So let's see how it starts. Ray's controls the tip, hands off to Xavier at midcourt. It looks like Louisiana Lafayette's a man-to-man. They go over to the right side to Race Thompson, over to the wing to Parker Stewart. Parker drives down towards the baseline, insert pass to Trace Jackson Davis. He turns, he moves, he puts it up off the glass, and he misses. Offensive rebound comes to Trace, goes back up for the layup, and then he gets fouled and one. Race Thompson affected that rebound, and Trace Jackson picked it back up off the floor. A little bit scrappy play there, and then he goes back up strong, gets the layup and the foul. Let's see if he can hit a free throw today. Come on, Trace, let's hit some free throws. First free throw is up, and it is good. We got the roll. Looks like we're doing a little bit of man press. The ball is inbounded. They're bringing it up. They back off. The center was bringing the ball up against Race Thompson. Dribbles right. There's a switch off to Trace. Trace has got him on the block. Drives the lane, turns, and puts up a little baby hook. Short off the iron. Miller Kopp with the rebound. Xavier Johnson's bringing the ball up the court. Brings it down the middle. Passes it over. And he throws it out of bounds. He was a little out of control on that pass, and he should have threw a bounce pass. Turns the ball back over to Louisiana. 3-0, 19:21 to go in the first half. Inbound pass to the point guard. Xavier Johnson is defending him as he comes up. Tight man. They're set at the top of the key. He dribbles right, down over to the right wing, back to the top of the key, over to the left wing. Left wing back to the top of the key. He's got the ball. He inserts it into the post. Gets it up, goes up strong, and gets the roll. 3-2, 19 minutes to go in the half. Xavier Johnson brings the ball across the timeline. They set the offense. Xavier Johnson goes to the right wing. Parker comes off a screen. Insert pass to the Trace on the block. Trace got the ball on the block. He's looking to pass. Passes to Race Thompson in the middle. Hits a 15-foot jump shot. Nice little floater. Looks like an assist to Trace, and looks like Race got the basket. There's the inbound pass. Xavier just missed the steal. Trying to get back. Don't foul. And he stops the ball at the right wing. Got dribble at the top. Goes over to the left side. Out that guy on the right wing, left wing. Race Thompson knocks the ball out of bounds on the insert pass to the block, and it's Louisiana Lafayette's ball. 5-2, 18:25 to go in the first half. Inbound passes coming in. He gets it down on the block. He dribbles on the baseline and turns it back over to Indiana. A little bit sloppy on both sides today, guys. A little bit sloppy on both sides today. Race inbounds the ball at Xavier Johnson. Xavier's bringing the ball up the court. Got a little bit of a man press going. Xavier dribbles across the timeline, sets the offense at the right there on the Hoosier logo. Passes to the right wing to Miller Kopp. Miller Kopp down to the block. Trace Jackson Davis has the ball, dribbles left, sits it over to Parker Stewart on the left wing for three, and it's good. Parker Stewart hits his first jump shot today. It is 8-2 with 18:03 to go in the first half. Nice, another assist for Trace Jackson Davis with the pass. Trace doesn't force it too much. They're dribbling around on the top of the key. Parker Stewart's got the defensive assignment. Dribbles to the left wing, still looking, no movement on offense, a little bit of a pick and roll. Parker gets it, he sets up for a jump shot, misses it, rebound Miller Kopp off to Xavier Johnson, who brings the ball up at a moderate pace. Xavier's got his head up, looks, and Xavier Johnson with another turnover. He dribbled it off his leg. That is Xavier Johnson coming over to Pitt. Is the biggest thing is his problem was that he had too many turnovers, and he's got 2 here in the first 3 minutes of the game. Ball comes across the timeline, 8-2, 17:30. Pass to the right wing. Race Thompson's in defense on the right wing, passes back to top of the key, drive left, stops, passes to the left wing, dribble to the middle. Parker Stewart gets called for the hand check. A little bit of ticky-tack foul there. And yes, Brian Buck, turnovers. IU has played some pretty solid defense. A little bit ticky-tack on that foul there. Switch on the inbound. Ball goes to the left wing. Does not shoot the three. Drives it in. Gets down on the block. Goes up with a baby right-handed hook and throws it in over Race Thompson. 8-4. 17-11 to go in the first half. As Xavier Johnson brings the ball up the left side. Dribbles out. Comes up. Here comes a pick by Race. He dribbles past it. He's just dribbling, not doing anything. Tries to get in the lane. Race Thompson for three at the top of the key. In and out. Good rebound for the Raging Cajuns. They try to push the ball up the court. Over into the right corner for three, and no good. Race gets the rebound, hands it off to Parker. Parker's bringing it back up. Pace is starting to pick up here a little bit. Over to the left wing. Xavier Johnson drives the lane, hands it to Trace at the free throw line. Trace passes back out to reset the offense at the top of the key. Parker Stewart's got the ball. Dribbles left. Insert pass to Race on the block, or Trace on the block. Trace goes up for the little layup and gets it. Reverse to goal and scores again. 10-4. 16:21 left in the first half. All right, we got to pass off to the left wing. Got the ball over right on the wing now. Back to the top of the key. Shoots the open three. Hard off the rim, but gets an offensive rebound. Puts it up and misses. Trace with the rebound. Trace is everywhere. That's what an All-American does. Parker Stewart brings the ball up left-hand wing. Dribbles, tries to get down inside. Double team comes. Passes off to Trace. Trace shoots a 19-footer. Hard off the glass. Race tips the ball back out, and the ball is controlled. Ball's on the ground. Scrap for it. Race Thompson gets it. It's going to be a jump ball. A change of possession is going to send back to University of Louisiana. But Race Thompson threw his body down there, and that was something to see. Trace Jackson Davis has got him in a good morning already. Looked like he traveled on that reverse layup, though. 15:50 to go in the first half. It's 10-4. Coming back into the chat here a little bit today. Same things as what we talked about early on. Xavier Johnson's got to do better at making better decisions with the ball, not turning it over. So fast and explosive. But our two bigs are carrying our offense right now. Trace is he's got 2 assists already. So he's accounted for 2 baskets there, and plus he's made a couple shots himself. Parker has a 3, 1 for 1. Nobody else has forced the issue yet. It is a good start, Alley-Cat. Very good start. As we get on through here, I did not set up a I'm really worried about the injury situation and Logan Duncombe being suspended. That's not a good thing. That's something we don't always hear, what's going on campus, what happens during practice, what's going on with these guys. And so we don't always know how that's playing out. Trace's stat line so far is absolutely amazing. 5 points, 2 assists, and 2 rebounds. That is what I'm talking about. Miller Kopp also has a couple rebounds today. Hasn't forced a shot yet already. I hate commercials. It does not say. It says that in violation of team rules, Suka. And Suka, thank you for stopping in here today and chatting it up. Trey Galloway having the wrist surgery is that means he's out indefinitely. So that's at least 4 to 6 weeks. That really hurts his chances for progression this season. I don't like that at all. I don't like to see kids get hurt, but to definitely have to miss that much time. It's not good during developmental stages. And I'm not sure how severe the injury is to Rob Fennessy, but Rob is the one guy on this team that needs to get going for us to be successful this year. Xavier Johnson is fine out there, but Rob Fennessy is a senior. He's been here 4 years, and he has been a little bit of a mental note. Race, I am not watching the game on TV. I'm watching it on Big Ten on my computer. The game should be on the Big Ten network tonight. It was scheduled in my area to be on. Not sure if it's on in your area or not. The reason why we started doing these games was because I was upset that the Big Ten Plus network was there and they made me buy a subscription to watch Indiana basketball for, I used to watch every game regardless. Now I might have to pay for a few of them. What injury? Rob Fennessy has got a leg injury that he suffered during the game. The volleyball game won't shut off. Man, I'm sorry to hear that, Race. I will do my best to entertain you until you get to see it. If not, please hang out here for the night, and I will try to keep you as informed as humanly possible. Race Thompson just gave up his body on that play, by the way. The ball got tipped around. All right, the ball comes across the timeline. I see some we wide open. We had a missed switch, missed the three-pointer. Rebound goes to Race Thompson. Race brings it up to Miller Cup. Cup feeds it down to Trace on the baseline. He's on the left-hand block, goes across the way, made a lazy pass, and it almost got stolen. Thank you, Jessica. I appreciate that. I wish I knew the names of the players for Louisiana better, so I would call it a little bit better for your end. I apologize. Okay, Miller Cup's taking the ball in the out of bounds, gets it down to the block. Trace Jackson's got the ball. He's dribbling. He goes up for another layup, pushes it up and misses it. Rebound comes off to Louisiana Lafayette. They're bringing the ball up the right wing. Xavier Johnson picks up the ball at the top of the key. He dribbles left. He's looking to get the ball over to the right wing, passes it down to the block. Their big's got it up against Race. Race is in defense, puts up a baby hook. Trace blocks the ball away, but Lafayette recovers, dribbles down the left baseline all the way down, goes underneath, flips it back out to right there on the block, and their big man has it. He's backing down against Trace. Turns, goes to put a baby hook up again, misses this one. Race gets the rebound. Race hands the ball off to Xavier Johnson. Xavier Johnson brings the ball up the left wing. 14:46 to go in the first half. 10-4 Indiana. Picks up his dribble, hands it off to Race at the top of the key. Race has got the ball, passes to Miller Cup on the sideline. Miller is sitting there with the ball at defense. He's got dribbles right. Passes it off. Ball gets tipped out of bounds. 11 seconds left on the shot clock, and it'll be side out Indiana. Trace just blocked that ball hard. If he would have controlled it just a little bit better, it would have been a fast break, but it went right over Xavier Johnson's head. And thank you. Smash that like. I appreciate it, guys. I appreciate it. And JB, no problem, bro. Hey, Jake ZZ, what's up, man? Yeah, no problem, brother. Anytime. I will be here as much as humanly possible. Miller's got the ball on the sideline, throws it into Xavier on the left wing. Xavier has a pick to the right. He dribbles around Trace, gets down into the lane, shoots a floater, short off the rim, tipped up, and controlled by Lafayette. Dribbling up the left-hand side, they're trying to push the ball. Down into the left corner, shoots a three, high off the back rim. Offensive rebound, goes back up strong. Trace blocks it, off to Race Thompson with the rebound, hands off to Parker Stewart. Parker is dribbling up the right wing, goes down, takes it into the lane, pulls up on a double team, looking for somebody to pass it to, cannot get out, steps through the double team, and gets a block call on the play. They did not keep their double team too tight, and he stuck his pivot foot, went through it, and drew a foul. Good offensive rebounding for Lafayette on the other end, and a good block by Trace. And Race picked it up, and, they got the outlet, and Parker took off. Taking the ball out underneath the basket, looking for somebody to pass it to. Race Thompson was going to shoot the three. Xavier Johnson was on the ground, and it distracted him, so he didn't put up the shot. Parker comes into the lane, shoots a 14-footer, and hits it. There's moisture on the floor. They call time out. 13:52, 12-4, Indiana. What's up, River Rat? Nice to see you today. Dion Lux. Hey, I don't like volleyball, so we'll talk basketball in here. Thank you for stopping in. I appreciate it very much. Oh, I'm sorry if I missed a comment. And, hang on a second. Oh, I see that. I know what it is. My bad. Thanks, Alex. Lafayette brings the ball across the top of the key, hands off to run a little bit of the weave. He dribbles inside, goes right to the hoop, goes up strong. The ball gets blocked, but I think they're going to call Race Thompson with the foul. Dalcourt goes up. He goes up, and it gets blocked. They did not give him nothing easy. Who's going to get the foul here? I believe Race is going to get the foul, but Trace blocked the shot. Dude, if you guys could have saw that, this kid Dalcourt was going in hard. First free throw is up, and he missed it. 13:41 to go in the first half. Yeah, Shelby. Yay, basketball. I do not know why the Big Ten Network would be showing volleyball over basketball. Missed both free throws. Trace Jackson Davis controls the rebound. Xavier Johnson's bringing the ball up. And, I've noticed, the first thing I noticed today is that Mike Woodson has not gone to the bench yet. He is sticking with his guys right now. Let me think. I take that back. Tamar Bates looks like he is in. Tamar Bates was the first sub used today and is in. Parker Stewart drives, shoots a 14-footer, and buries it. Parker Stewart is getting his shots off the dribble today, has not been shooting his jump shot super well, but he has got 7 points early in this game, 14-4 with 13:06 going. Dalcourt brings the ball up the right wing, passes off to the top of the key. It looks like a guy that doesn't want to dribble has it. He's dribble. Oh, knocks loose. Parker Stewart loses control of it and is probably going to get called for a foul. Yeah, the guy got on top of the ball and Parker Stewart fell onto him. It looks like he's going to pick up another foul. That looks like Race Thompson gets to take a seat. Let's see who comes in for him. And I can see Trey Galloway on the bench today. Him and Rob Fennessy are both in sweats. And Logan Duncombe is in sweats today. So, whoa, we're already having an altercation here. I'm telling you what, college basketball is high emotion. You think football gets high emotion. These guys get into it. These guys in college, they exude so much adrenaline and desire to win, and emotion spills out onto the court sometimes. Can't have that kind of stuff, though. Tamar Bates and Jordan Geronimo are on the floor, and these guys here get fired up pretty easy. These guys are high-strung guys. They're going to the monitor to make sure we didn't have anything go on here, and that's not a good thing. Let's see what happens here. Xavier Johnson got pushed, and it looked like he pushed back and got teed up. See, you got to control that stuff. You know what? They're going to call it a double technical, it looks like. But you know what? When the ball is not in play, pushing should not be acceptable. They hadn't even taken the ball out of bounds yet. And guess what that causes? That causes a needless delay in the action. And I don't. Last thing I want to see is these referees at the monitor. Yeah, he pushed him right in the throat. They hadn't even started the play yet. The announcers say that he was trying to create a little space, but I don't think you touch somebody on their throat. He reached up and pushed him like so. Mike Woodson's kind of in these guys' face right now, talking about composure. I guarantee it. This is this is it right here. Let's see how they assess this. Brendan Smith. Hold on a second. I'll tell you just a second, buddy. As soon as I see the guy again. I'm not going to say for sure, but it looked like it was their point guard. Maybe it was it might have been the Richards kid. It was either Dalcourt or Richards. I can't tell which. Dalcourt was assessed a technical. Double technical. They're back into playing. Also, Christian Lander has come into the game as well. Tamar Bates, Jordan Geronimo, Christian Lander, Xavier Johnson, and Trace Jackson Davis are on the floor. What's the call? And you know what? The first thing that happens, I don't know what the call is, but Jordan Geronimo got knocked to the ground, and the Lafayette player immediately reached down and gave him a hand up. So that's what we like to see, good sportsmanship. Miller Kopp just checked back in. So we have got 1, 2, 3. Looks like we have got all subs in the game except for Trace. Lafayette's got the ball back in. Guarded by Christian Lander. Goes to the left. Passes off to the right wing. Shoots a long three. Short off the rim. And they're going to call Geronimo. They're going to get Jordan Geronimo for over the back. And you know what? Geronimo just looks upset right now. And it doesn't look like his mind is in it just yet. He needlessly went over the back there. Yeah, the physicality of this game has been tough so far. Lafayette inbounds the ball underneath the basket, and it looks like Tamar Bates is going to get called for a foul on the shot as they got a good insert pass underneath the goal. Looks like we're going to have 2 shot. And by the way, it was Jalen Dalcourt and Xavier Johnson. It did not progress beyond 1 push each. First free throw is up, and it is hard off the back iron. Still 14-4, first half. 12:31 to go. Indiana has already got them in the bonus in the 1-1. Indiana is already at 17 fouls. Second shot is up, and it is good. Geronimo takes the ball out, passes the ball into Christian Lander. Lander's going to drive it up. Let's see how you do as a point guard, young man. Gets the ball across the timeline, looking for somebody to pass to. Drives left, back right. Still looking to pass. Motion offense is in play. Passes over to Tamar on the right wing. Tamar passes back to top of the key to Lander. Lander drives the lane. Tipped. Nope. Yes. He was making a entry pass to Trace, and the ball got tipped out of bounds. 12:11 to go in the first half. And here we go. Tamar's going to take it out. Geronimo misses the dunk. Oh, my gosh. But he gets his own rebound. It looks like we're going to have another jump ball again. Inbound pass to Jordan Geronimo. He went up for the dunk, and he missed it. It fell out. He lost control. He does not seem to be – he seems a little off today, guys. I'm not sure what's going on with him. Yeah, it looked like momentum was carrying him away, and he could not put it in. Tamar Bates is going to take it out from underneath again. We just had another jump ball looking for the entry pass. Gets it out to Lander at the top of the key. Lander passes back to Tamar on the left wing. Tamar's looking to pass. Dribble drive to the left, and he draws a foul off the Raging Cajuns defender on the baseline as he was making a pass to Miller Cup. Here we go again, another timeout. Hey, it's 15-4, just under 12 to play in the first half, and we're back to timeout and commercial. The rhythm doesn't look as good today. They don't seem like they're in it. It seems like a lot of things have kind of taken them out of what they wanted to do, and that's what a team's supposed to do. They're supposed to break up your rhythm. Louisiana Lafayette's been done really good at being physical in this game, fighting for rebounds and possessions. That although they haven't shot the ball very well, they've kept Indiana's offense out of sync by guarding the ball tight, tipping passes, getting touches. So Louisiana Lafayette is definitely showing some early vigor in this game about the way they go about playing basketball. Very physical team, very good sized team. You know, it's this could be one of those games that probably in the 60s. I just wish there wasn't so many commercials in college basketball. You know, honestly, it just seems like there's way too many timeouts. Can you tell my drink is green? Green screen technology has me amazed, right? Man, too many commercials. Yeah, JB, I agree. Seems like it's moving along. There's been a couple instances where it felt like Indiana was building rhythm, but emotional plays has either taken them out of it or a turnover, a bad pass, or, you know, just something has kept them from building upon momentum. It was really clean water. Yeah, this green screen technology is amazing, but when your drink is green, pretty cool though. Man, I tell you what, they get their money's worth in these commercials on these live streams. That's for sure. Hey, right on. This one is called Brain Matter, Alex. It's pretty good. Finally, the commercials are over. Now I got the we will be right back. There is a lot of money in college sports. And you know what? Since we've got a second here to discuss it, I'm a big non-fan of the transfer portal, and I'm also a big non-fan of these kids getting paid to play college basketball. I think it sets up for a lot of bad stuff to happen for what I call amateur sports. It's not the way it was intended, but it's become such a moneymaker with March Madness and how competitive this game is, and with college football for sure, that they're trying to find ways to keep kids in college. I don't like the transfer portal. There should be a penalty for having to transfer. I think kids need to make better decisions. Tamar Bates on the left wing has the ball, passes to Miller Kopp. Miller Kopp dribbles to the top of the key. Doesn't look good with the ball, passes back off to Tamar. The Raging Cajuns are playing solid D. They are up in our face. Tamar drives left, back to the right. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Ball gets tipped off of Jordan Geronimo's hands and out of bounds. He needs to come out. I'm telling you, he needs to come out. He does not look like he is ready to play. Ball comes across the timeline. Lander in defense. Dribble to the left, goes around the pick, switches off, down on the block. Nice block by Michael Durr is in the game, gets an immediate impact on defending his guy, gets a block, but he cannot keep up with the pass. Overthrew him coming down, and they forced the ball. Yeah, they brought it in right at Michael Durr. He goes up straight and just blocks the guy. You know, Indiana's trying to push the fast break, but just overthrew the pass and turned the ball right back over. 14-5, 11:25 to go in the first half. It looks like we're going to go back into a man press. Jordan Geronimo and Christian Lander are on the ball. Gets it back in bounds. Looks like Miller Cup's going to pick up the guy coming across the timeline. It's going to come across on the right-hand side of the line. dribble, pass off on the weave back over to the left wing still down there, dribbles to the center of the court, goes all the way across court, throws up a layup, a runner misses, offensive rebound, and misses it again. Another offensive board, and misses another shot. Ball is picked up. Oh, Tamar Bates comes across the timeline with it. Insert pass to Lander. Lander with the layup. Tamar Bates to Christian Lander. The young kid's doing it. They get the ball right back up the court with the pass. 2 dribbles, left wing on Christian Lander, back over. He reverses the ball to the right side. Dribble handoff to number 4. Passes to the top of the key, number 10. 10's looking to make a pass to the left wing. He does. Pick and roll. Over onto the right wing, back again. Dribble to the baseline on the right-hand side. Working his way down in. Goes up for a jump shot. Jordan Geronimo plays some really good defense there. Gets a partial block on that. 16-5 to go. And Christian Lander. Christian Lander gets called for the push-off. I've been trying to call it out, Sam. My bad. I will try to do my best to get it back in there, or Alex will if she sees it. Yeah, Christian Lander was pushing the issue up the court, pushed off with his left hand, or right hand, sorry. Christian Lander does not know what he has as a ball player. And guess what? Timeout Indiana. Woodson sees some things that he doesn't like, and I can tell you what it is. It looks like we're pushing too hard. When the fast break's there, it's one thing to take advantage of it, but when you got numbers and when the timing is right. But when you're forcing the ball and trying to make something happen, that's when turnovers occur. And swift changes in momentum like that are not good when you're playing a team like Louisiana Lafayette. Not saying anything against their program, but when you've got guys like this, you don't want to give these teams from these smaller conferences any kind of opportunity to think that they can win a game. You want to keep them down. I mean, right now you're playing great defense. It's a 16-5 score with 10 minutes to go in the half, but you don't want to let these guys believe. They are playing decent defense right now, and if they start making a couple shots, this game is going to tighten up. They have missed. He drives to the right lane. Interesting stat, just hit, picks up his dribble, reverses the ball to the top of the key, still playing man-to-man defense. Jordan Geronimo's playing tight on his guy. Ball driven on the baseline, goes up for the layup. Oh, and a foul. It looks like Michael Durr's going to pick up the foul, but here's the thing. They did not block out on the shot, and that's what happens when Trace and Race are sitting on the bench. Jason, VT Sports Guy, what is going on? I have not seen you in a hot minute. Thank you, sir, for being here. I appreciate you, my friend. Nice to see you again. Look for you in our streams again. Miss your conversation. First free throw is up, and it is hard off the rim. I'm going to tell you what, this Louisiana Lafayette team shoots about as bad as we do from the free throw line. All right, here we go again. Second free throw is up, and they finally get one to go in. Christian Lander gets the ball on the inbound. Looks like he's going to try to show some poise here and brings the ball up, crosses the timeline. Dribble straight up the middle of the floor. Michael Durr goes to set a pick. The pick's sitting there. He takes the pick, drives on around, passes over to the right wing. Tamar Bates for 3, and his shot is scored. Lander to Bates, and Bates to Lander. There's 2 assists that they've traded with one another. Tamar Bates gets the 3, 19-6. Yeah, poor choice of shots. I agree, JB. They got the ball on the left wing right now. Passes to the top of the key. He's going to try to drive it down in. He does get a step on Michael Durr. He misses it. It's tipped out off of bounds off of Raging Cajuns. It will be Indiana ball with 9:13 to go in the half. Christian Lander made a really good pass. He drove the baseline, passed it back out. He knew he had nowhere to go, saw Tamar Bates open in the wing. Tamar has a very pure shot. When you shoot the ball in rhythm, you've got a way better chance of making the shot. So another good shot for the freshman. Christian passes over to Geronimo. Geronimo down to Durr on the block. Durr with a left-handed hook gets a soft roll. Beautiful play. When Durr gets in good position, he knows what to do with the ball. Here comes the ball up the left wing. Brings across the timeline. 8:46 to go. 21-6 Indiana. 21 seconds to go on the shot clock as University of Louisiana Lafayette sets there and makes him turn the ball over. He tries to fake out Tamar and broke the wrong way, and he threw it out of bounds. Another turnover for Lafayette. They are out of sorts. Tight defense is really causing them problems. They play very physical style, but so does Indiana. The physicality so far of the Hoosiers this year has been great. Christian Lander is playing big minutes right now, you guys, and they are increasing their lead. And Christian Lander passes it over. Geronimo drives the lane, passes to Durr, a little bit out of control. Durr didn't break all the way to the basket and throws it out of bounds. Another turnover. It's what I'm going to talk about at halftime. We're going to talk about turnovers for sure. 8:18 to go in the first half, 21-6 IU. Yeah, go Catamounts, Vermont. Woohoo! And he dribbles off his leg, throws it to the left wing, looking for somebody to pass the ball to at the top of the key. Nobody's open, gets it back out way out there by the half-court line. 8 seconds to go on the shot clock, nothing going. Drives the lane, gets a floater up and in, misses the floater. It's going to be over the back. Yep. Akua went over the back for the rebound on a long rebound. Yeah, Sam, no problem. We're trying. Oh, no. It's the under 8 timeout. Another timeout. Let's talk about turnovers because I don't want to talk about it at halftime. So I want to talk about good stuff. Hey, got to go, Jason. Thank you. Mondays and Thursdays for regular live streams about football, and these sports calls come whenever they happen, and we're available. Thanks for stopping by, brother. Right now it is 21-6. We got 7:54 to go in the first half. Louisiana is playing really good on the boards. They are not shooting very well at all. They are taking contested shots. They're shooting 9% from two-point land and have not made a three yet. That tells me that our defense is doing what it's supposed to against this smaller school. Let's go through some of the stats right now. Louisiana is only 33% from the free throw line. They're 2 for 6. We've only shot one today and made one. So for once, we're at 100%. Not much going on their side. They do have 7 offensive rebounds. That's going to be a point of emphasis after halftime. Mike Woodson is not going to like that stat. We got to block out. That is going to, when you get to the Big Ten, if you give up 7 offensive rebounds in the first half, you're getting beat. You're down 10. The total rebound total, IU's got 13-11. We've only got 2 offensive rebounds, 11 defensive rebounds. That comes with them missing a lot of shot. I'm sorry, bro. If I could put the camera on the TV and show the game and put my face at the bottom, I would love to do that because I know I ain't pretty. But there's this thing, it's called copyright strikes and stuff like that, and I like doing this, so I don't want those for our channel right now. But I apologize for you having to look at me. I can let my daughter come up here at halftime, and you can look at her. She's much easier on the eyes than I am. But she's the football genius. And by genius, I mean she knows football. Back to the other part of the thing right now is we have 6 turnovers in the first half, and that is unacceptable, especially in games that you're supposed to dominate. If we was taking care of the ball right now, we'd have 32 points. For them turnovers, Christian Lander does have 2 of them. He's young. It's to be expected. Jordan Geronimo with a turnover, Tamar Bates with a turnover, and Xavier Johnson with 2. You see how this is trending? Yeah. Ricky, I'm a lot of everything, but I'm a Hoosier fanatic. Since I was a little kid. Looks like the game has started back up. Get off the stat sheet. Geronimo's got the ball on the left wing, hands the ball off to Lander. Lander with the pass down onto the block. Looks like Michael Durr goes up, and they're going to call him for a travel. I don't know that he shuffled his feet there, but thanks, JB. I try. Beauty. Inbound. Here we go. Bring the ball. We got a little bit of a 3/4 court man-to-man press. Brings the ball across the timeline. We settle back into our standard man-to-man left wing ball. It looks on down to the block. Go up against Durr. He's got him backing him down to the block. Goes up with a right-handed hook. Throws it up. Misses. Geronimo does not block out, and they get another offensive rebound. And I can tell you right now, Geronimo's coming out of the game for that because he did not block his guy out. They got the ball. There's a steal. And then he makes up for it. He picks up the steal and draws the foul. But I guarantee you he's coming out of the game right now. He does not look himself. He looks confuzzled. I told you. You don't block out on the defensive end. You come out of the game. That's why Race Thompson's coming back in right now. Race and Trace are both back in the game right now. Lineup looks like Lander, Thompson, Trace, Tamar Bates, and Miller Cup. Miller's got the ball, drives the left baseline. Double team comes, passes off to Race. Race back to Christian, top the key. He drives to the free throw line, insert pass, gets it taken away. That was a tight pass, another turnover for Christian. 8th turnover in the first half. ULL brings the ball across, doing a little bit of the dribble weave, gets hung up in a pick there. Oh, takes the 20-foot jump shot, short off the rim, another offensive rebound. Ball's dribbled off the foot, misses the shot. Christian Lander blocks out the big boy and gets the rebound. Guard coming up the court, passes it to Tamar Bates. Tamar floats it in with the floater and scores. 23-6, 6:20 to go in the first half. ULL comes back really fast with the ball. Driving up at the top of the key, settles in. Looks like he's going to dribble right. Dribbles off his foot. Christian Lander's on the floor, diving for it, picks up the ball, tries to get it out. They're going to call a foul on the Louisiana Lafayette player for reaching in while Christian Lander was trying to make the outlet pass from the ground. 9 turnovers, JB. We got more turnovers than they got points. Tamar Bates shows a lot of athleticism. Reminds me, go back and watch some footage from 1987. Reminds me of Ricky Callaway. If you were a big IU fan back in the day, the same presence, length. You know what? They are not capitalizing on their offensive rebounds. Every shot's being contested. Shot is up, bottom. Christian Lander is on the free throw line. First free throw is up, and it is good. Yeah, see, they're now noticing the same thing I noticed early on. Christian Lander does not look like the same kid from last year. If you haven't seen any of the games in person, he's bigger now. As a 17-year-old kid, he was not big enough to play college basketball. Second free throw is up, and it is good. Christian Lander gets another point in there. Yeah, all except for the turnovers, Alex. He's got to get better with the ball, but that comes with experience. So the fact that he's getting time. Miller Kopp's defending the ball, passes reverse to the left wing, dribble to the right, pulls back to the top of the key, shoots a three-pointer off the iron. Offensive foul on the rebound. No. Christian Lander looks much different. He's going to be good before he's done. Yeah, he is really going to be good. He was a 5-star kid. Should have never opted out of his senior season. I know that Archie Miller was desperate last year to try to do anything he could to keep his job, but Christian Lander should not have come to college early. Missed another free throw. If you don't make shots, you can't even compete in games. Hey, you know what? It doesn't look like if we keep defending, they don't shoot it well. 5:52 to go, 25-6. And the second free throw is in. Christian Lander is bringing the ball up the court. Gets across the timeline. Tight man-to-man. Lafayette plays hard on defense. There is the good insert pass. And he goes around Trace to try to reach, and he's going to get called for a foul. Trace is going to go to the free throw line. Let's see if we can keep up our free throw shooting today. Knock on wood, we've done fairly well so far. Let's see if Trace can get his groove up and make a few free throws. First free throw is up, and it is good. Man, look pure. Louisiana Raging Cajuns averaged 37 points in the first half. Tonight they have 7. Trace's second free throw is in. I'm just happy with that. We're making free throws today. A little bit of a man press. Tamar Bates. Christian Lander picks up the ball coming across the timeline. Tight on the defensive end. We are not getting off of their faces. We're right in their grills. Good D. Dribbles on the insert pass onto the block. Goes up for the 8-footer, misses it off the rim. Miller Kopp with the rebound. Outlet pass to Lander. Lander is driving up the side court here, slows the ball up on the left wing, dribbles to the center of the court, dribbles to the right of the court. Set by Trace Jackson Davis, back to Trace. Trace goes and feeds it in. Trace draws a foul. Wait, on who? Now, it looked like they called 2 fouls there. So Trace Jackson Davis just picked up his second foul. Looks like he's going back to the bench. That is a very chintzy call. I don't know about that. 27-7, 5:10 to go in the first half. Trace is on the bench with 2 fouls. Okay, come on. Let's take the ball out. Yeah, I'm not sure either. It looked like he was off to the side a little bit. Here. 5:08 to go in the first half. Ball comes across the timeline. Their camera sucks. Down on the block. Michael Durr in defense. Puts up a hook shot, misses. Race Thompson with the rebound, outlet to Christian Lander. Lander's bringing the ball up. He's bringing up the middle off to the right wing. Miller Kopp drives the lane, puts up a floater and hits it. Little teardrop floater from Miller Kopp. They bring the ball fast back up the court. The only way Louisiana is going to score right now is if they keep going. They are 2 for 28 from the field. 21 seconds to go on the shot clock. 29-7. Drives to the left, gets it down on the baseline, over to the right wing for a 3. Missed it, air ball. Outlet, here comes Christian with the ball. They don't have fast break numbers. He brings it up the right-hand side. Looks like the double team is going to come. Passes off to Michael Durr for 3. Oh, that was ugly. Don't do that again, bro. Joshi was playing really well early and went to the bench for a rest and come back in sloppy. Travel. So Indiana is taking away their point guard, and their bigs are having to handle out on the perimeter, and they're not very good. Trace Jackson Davis was having a very excellent start to this game, bro. He knocked in a couple shots, had a couple assists, a couple rebounds, a couple blocks. He's a numbers guy, and he was really contributing to his team. When him and Race Thompson sit down, our presence under the basket got really weak. Michael Durr is good man, regular man coverage, but he can't cover on help defense. He's not there yet. I feel like he's still a project, but you can't teach size, and 7 foot is handy to have. And we're back to another commercial. I don't think people believe yet, Ricky. They're still like in 35th, as far as some of the rankings go, and I don't think that's enough to get them in just yet. It's going to take a few more wins and a few more teams losing and dropping down, and a couple more quality wins. I really don't want to be ranked yet. Honestly, I don't want to see it go to these kids' head. Although in the Big Ten today, Villanova took a beat to Purdue. You want to talk about a team that's playing pretty good ball early on in the season, playing some quality opponents. Purdue is really knocking it down, and Nova has played some good basketball as well. Yeah, they should be in the next couple weeks, JB, for sure. Tennessee also stomped North Carolina today with 48 seconds to go in the first half. St. Bonaventure is putting a whooping on Marquette, and at 9:30 tonight, University of Michigan is playing Arizona, which Arizona is not ranked, but they are 4-0. Purdue is F4 good. I like Matt Painter. I like the way he recruits. I like the way they play basketball there. It reminds me of the Gene Katie era, and that's what I'm hoping that we get with Mike Woodson here. I'm ready to see some Bob Knight-style basketball and teams develop the way IU's basketball team did in the 80s and 90s. We may not have had always the best team, but they played as a team, and we won a lot of games that way. Really looking forward to more of a team concept of basketball, which so far this season we've seen a lot of very unselfish play, just haven't had the results as far as the made shots from behind the arc. But so far today we are playing better. We're playing great on the defensive end. we're playing really good defense, and that's what Mike Woodson stressed. So, the defense is what comes first for him. So as long as we keep playing good D, he's going to stay happy. Christian brings the ball across the timeline. There's a pick by Durr. Goes to the right. A little bit of a double team comes. Backs off. Tamar Bates has got the ball on top of the key. Christian goes down to the block. Durr sets another pick. Tamar goes left. Passes off to Durr. Durr hands off to Race. Race back to Tamar. Tamar with the 26-footer. In and out. And another defensive rebound for Lafayette. They bring the ball up on the right wing. Dribble penetration, stops out on the three-point line, goes back to the top of the key, passes left, passes back to the right wing, down to the block. He's got the ball on the block against Michael Durr, passes back out for the three-point line. He drives in. Back on the block to Durr, against Durr. Durr back out for the three-point shot, and it is good. They finally scored a three-point basket with 3:20 left to go. It's 29-10. Yeah, rank doesn't mean nothing this time of year. Christian Lander drives the ball on the left wing, down onto the baseline, looking for Race, who's posting up. He has not got him the ball yet, pushed it into him, but he has to go out a little further to get it. Race puts the dribble down, working towards the block. He's got the guy on his hip, goes across the lane, picks up a foul. Josh, I do too. I really, Miller Kopp has not he's not forced his game a lot so far this year, which is good. Also, but he's got the game. He's let the game come to him, and so he's not made a lot of mistakes. So I got to say that's really good. Race's free throw is up and misses. Nope, gets the roll. Stay perfect from the line, 30-10 with 2:57 to go. One more free throw to go. I do want to see Miller Kopp develop. I think he's a good ball player, and he fits the system. Race is getting ready for the second free throw. And he makes it. Ricky, we're going to talk about tomorrow at halftime quite a bit. 31-10, under 3 to go. Lander has played a lot this first half and has really taken the pressure off. Almost picked up a dumb foul there. Drives the lane, shoots it off the glass. Offensive rebound again. The other three-pointer is up. It's hard off the rim. Race Thompson with the rebound. Hands it off to Lander. Lander slowly brings the ball across the timeline, content to walk it up. Over to Race at the top of the key. Pick set Lander to the baseline. Durr out there. They're going to let him shoot that if he wants to shoot it. Dribbles back over to Christian. Christian dribbles it off his foot. Oh. I think that was off Christian Lander's foot, but they're going to give us the basketball. Lafayette's coach is just rolling his eyes. And there's the inbound pass to Tamar Bates. Tamar Bates gets a pick set for him, hands it off to Christian. Christian dribbles left, tries to get around, does not, passes back to Tamar, right wing. Down to Durr on the block. Double team comes on Durr. He's double teamed, looking for somebody to pass it to, and a shot clock violation. Durr did not know the time on the clock. There's a lot of talent in the Big East, Josh. That's a very physical conference. I didn't look at all the scores for that just yet, but it's a very physical conference. Jake says, shh, and ball is on the left wing, drives in there a little bit. Somebody reached. Looks like Miller Kopp's going to get charged with the reaching foul here. A little bit of sloppy defense there. Didn't need to reach. Bob Marlin, he is quite a character. Yeah, I seen the look on his face, the sarcasm when that ball went off of Lander's foot, because I thought it went off Lander's foot. The look on his face was pretty priceless, to be honest. Free throw is up and short off the rim. They are in the double bonus. We have a ton of fouls. Both teams are in the double bonus. A lot of fouls being called. Tuesday at 7 o'clock. Looks like it will be the next broadcast. I should be in here for that one when we play Jackson State. That ought to be a very similar type game. Second free throw is up, and it is good. 1:51 to go in the first half, 31-11. Jessica, thank you for the comments and hanging out with us today. I really appreciate somebody from the other school hanging with us. Pass to Miller Kopp on the left wing. Passes back over to the middle. There is Geronimo at the top of the key with the ball looking to pass. Lander is dribbling around. Tamar Bates got the ball in the left corner. Looks like he's trying to dribble. Gets across the lane. Looks like he's going to go up. Shoots it. And hits a – man, he rainbowed that one in. If you see that one on the highlights, I don't know how it went in. Oh, Geronimo with the steal. Here comes Christian on the fast break. 1-on-2. Is he going to go up with it? He does and scores. Geronimo got the steal. Lander went up, used his body to get some separation, and scored over the big guy. Good play. 35-11 with 1:04 to go in the half. Geronimo is he is keeping his eye. He is playing his man, and he's playing the ball. He gets burnt there, though, because he goes for the steal. And Tamar Bates gets called for the foul, and Louisiana hits the layup and gets a chance for a three-point play. Well, Tuesday night against Jackson State and here, and you all play them. That's a very winnable game for you, I would assume. I don't think you guys have a bad team. I think you guys got a big physical team, and I think it's going to bode well for your conference play. Completes the three-point play, 34-14. 35-14 with 54 seconds to go in the half. Let's see if Indiana tries to get a little bit of 2-for-1 action here at the end of the half. I know that's an NBA thing, but I really see us going for something like that. Come on, well, no, we're going to be content to go slow. Lander brings the ball across the timeline, passes off to Geronimo. Geronimo standing there, not using his dribble yet, passes off to Michael Durr. Michael Durr's picked up high out, and you're going to get Miller Kopp called. Nope. Geronimo with a push-off. Yeah, they're showing the play where Galloway got hurt with Montez Mathis, the former Rutgers player, taking the kid out. The more I watched it, the more I felt like it was more than a hard foul. Lafayette's got the ball. They dribble into the lane. Christian gets the steal. Here he comes on the fast break. Outlet. And Anthony Leal, first play in the game, he scores a layup because he runs out fast. Come on, Anthony. Play some defense. You deserve minutes, bro. 37-14, 10 seconds to go in the half. Let's see if we can make a defensive stop here. Got him at the top of the key. Dribbles left into the left-hand corner. Tries to get it in. Looks like he's going to shoot the three. Off the rim. And the clock expires. Anthony Leal, whenever he comes into the game, he is at the right place at the right time. And there was a steal, and what did he do on the steal? He didn't stand there and look at the ball. He broke to the other end, and he was rewarded for hustle. That's the kind of ball player he is. He's a Bob Knight type of player. Kid's got to learn his defense. Right on, Alley-Cat. I hope my rambunctiousness influences you a little bit to watch some college basketball because it's a great game. That's right, Jake. Dig that hustle. Hustle and heart are just as important as ability. You look at I'm going to go back a few years. You want to talk about one of the guys that really hustled like that, Victor Oladipo. If you remember when he came into IU out of that high school in Maryland, he was not a high recruit, but he hustled, he could jump, he was athletic, and he developed into a NBA, all-star. He was a high draft pick, top 5. He developed into that. He used heart and athleticism to become a good basketball player. Everybody talks poorly about Tom Crean. Tom Crean was not a bad coach. Tom Crean coached well. He just was not what IU needed, if that makes any sense. He recruited really well, just didn't get any of the big wins. If they would have got to an Elite 8, where they lost in the Sweet 16, and he would have landed a few more of them big recruits that ended up going to UK, he might still be around. Tom Crean is a very good coach. A lot of people don't like him, but he really is a good coach. And some of the times he was dealing with not top-notch talent. He'd have some of the top-notch talent, but at Georgia, watch him right there. 41 people viewing. Nice to see your viewership growing. JB, I'm very happy with that. Our regular live streams, we will talk about just about whatever, but we do go through the NFL because Alex's bread and butter is the NFL, and I love it as well. Talking of the NFL today, Cincinnati Bengals go into Las Vegas and dominate the Raiders. Joe Mixon is the Joe on that team this year. I'm super stoked about his progression. Who am I ignoring? I'm sorry. I don't know that I'm ignoring you. I'm learning. Okay. I'm going to go through some stats here really fast. But Tim and Alex, if I'm ignoring you guys, I apologize. Oh, yeah. KC won pretty big time today, too. Josh, yes, sir. I agree with – where did that go right there? Josh, I agree with that more than anything. He's the best shooter on the team. He is the best long-range shooter that we have and the deepest threat. Like I've been saying, and I've been getting beat up in other live chats over this, is his defense is lacking. People don't think he needs minutes. I think he needs more minutes to get acclimated to the college game and become a good defender. That's what these games are for. Early season games are to develop. They're to get you ready for your conference play. And as hard as these kids play, kids are going to get beat up. They're going to go down. Kids are going to get hurt. You are going to have to be able to play 12 players during your season, because what you notice about teams that only go like 8 or 9 deep, they run out of gas at the end of the year. We're talking about this extra game that they've added in the NFL this year. Guys are going to have to get rest. You can't exert this much energy 2 times a week most weeks and expect not to have injuries, not to have soreness, not to have bad days. And we forget that these are 18 to 22-year-old kids. And to keep them kids focused and working on their game is a very tall task. Mike Woodson not only has to be a coach, but he has to be a father. He has to be a brother. He has to be a teacher. He has to make these kids go to class. And I'm not saying make as in, force them to do so. He's got to keep them motivated to do all the things right off the court so that they can be on the court and be productive players. Bob Knight was the king of that. Bob Knight was proud of his graduation rate. He was proud of his kids when they graduated, and they all come back and said that he was a father to them. Mike Woodson, I in his interview about hiring in, that's what he said. He says Bob Knight was like a father to me. But yeah, there you go. You don't have to be the most talented ball player on the floor to be a lottery draft pick in the NBA. Victor Oladipo wasn't the best player. He wasn't the highest recruited, but he worked the hardest on that team. There was another kid on that team as well. Gosh, I can't think of all their names. It'll come to me here in a second. But they played hard-nosed basketball, and they put everything out there, and that's why they stayed on the floor. That's why he got playing minutes. That's why he developed as a college basketball player. Hustle, scrap, determination, and athleticism. Not unlike Jordan Geronimo. Jordan Geronimo's got the same. Jordan Geronimo plays with a little bit of a chip. If you can get open and shoot, you can get playing time. I agree with that, Jake, but in this day, I mean, these coaches in college want people to defend. You've got to, as soon as you learn to defend and man up and block out. Look, Jordan Geronimo was in the game. He gave up an offensive rebound because he didn't block out, wasn't paying attention to what went on, and he got yanked right out of the game. That's how you teach kids. You know what? If you don't block out, if you don't defend, then you don't get to go down and shoot the rock and dunk and shoot the three. Get your mind in the game and play tough basketball. And I feel like Dane Fife is going to teach this team toughness as we go on further. Look, I sit here, I sound like I'm complaining about this team. Our defense is pretty phenomenal. We're up in people's face. We're getting a hand on in the shooter's face. We're not making anything easy. They do not. They shot 12% in the first half, 4 for 33, 1 for 10 from the 3-point line, and only 5 for 11 on the free throw line. And I'm telling you right now, in that locker room, Mike Woodson doesn't give 2 craps about any of those stats. He wants to know why the hell they have 11 offensive rebounds. He wants to know why the hell we have 11 freaking turnovers in the first half. Those are the 2 things he's beating them boys up for right this second. And he's telling them right now, if you don't take care of the ball, you can sit and watch the game from me. Cody Zeller is a hard worker. You know what? He is not a flashy NBA player, JB. Cody Zeller is a guy that goes out there and gets his job done, guy that shows up for work, plays hard. And, he is not a high profile player, but I bet he makes the money because he puts up stats. And Christian Watford and Jordan Hulls. Jordan Hulls is the kid that reminds me of Anthony Leal. Same type of shooter. I miss that team. They had a thing on Big Ten Network today about that game, about the beating Kentucky game. And man, every time I get cold chills, I well up a little bit, like I'm ready to cry again. That's one of those things right then and there. If this team inspires me so this year, I might cry a little bit. What was the boy's name? The dark-headed kid that could really jump. I can't think of his name. He could really dunk the ball. Oh my God, what was his name? Yeah, Watford. I was really upset when his brother went to LSU, honestly. I thought we had a really good chance. But I don't want to live too much in the past and the nostalgia of it. But my looking for this year is I want to revitalize the program to what it once was. Not necessarily the exact same style of play. The morality of the team. Brian Evans was a good one too. Big kid, could really shoot the ball. Steve Hart, not who I'm thinking of. Gosh dang it! I can't believe I can't remember his name. I can see his face. Dark hair. Oh, it'll come to me here in just a second. You're right. Geronimo looks like a young Oladipo. The only thing that he has that Oladipo didn't have is he's got a little bit more size. He's got that small forward wing, and he does have a very nice shot when he's open, and he's got a very nice jump shot. That's what worries me about Xavier Johnson. What worries me about him is his shot is ugly. He doesn't have great form. If you watch my early video when he transferred in, Will Sheehy, that's it. Thank you, Alex. You talk about a kid that played hard and can dunk. But yeah, Geronimo has got a lot of the same stuff. He has all that athleticism, and he's got that intensity. He's got all the intangibles. He's still young. He's got to learn to get his head in the game. And man, I was really glad when he jumped out of the transfer portal. His mother spoke for him when Archie was let go, and wanted to bring him closer to home. But when they got Mike Woodson in here, I think they all knew that an NBA coach with experience coming in here to work with these kids that has the pedigree from playing under Bob Knight was what's good for all these kids. That's why Trace Jackson Davis is still here this year to be a leader. This year, my expectations for this team is not as high, and I'll tell you why. I really feel like it's a process to get it to where he wants it. But he did a good job in the portal of getting guys to fill spots. And if you can get Rob Fennessy to get his head out of his butt, he is probably the smoothest point guard that you could ever want. But he has got some kind of mental thing going on here. And now that he does not need to miss games, and he's got an amazing ability. I can't figure out why he has not developed more. As a freshman, he showed all the promise of being that guy. You know what? You talk about Tom Crean's era. Tom Crean's era goes nowhere without Yogi Ferrell. Yogi Ferrell came in here as a freshman and ran this team with authority. He was a floor general. We're still looking for that this year. I'm looking for that. I want to see a guy that plays with that intensity that Yogi Ferrell played with. Yogi Ferrell was not an NBA draft pick, but you know what? Every time I turn around, he's still with an NBA team because he plays hard. He accepts his role. He knows what his role is on a team. Today is all about Christian Lander for me. Christian Lander has got the minutes. Let's look at his stat line, shall we, while we're sitting here. He's 2 for 2 from the floor. He's 2 for 2 from the free throw line. He has 3 defensive rebounds. He has 4 assists. He does have 3 turnovers, but he does have 2 steals and 6 points. That is the stat line of a good point guard. Xavier Johnson does not have a point in this game, and he has been one of our leading scorers thus far. And the only thing he has to the stat sheet is 2 turnovers. He's not playing well. So without this Christian Lander coming in today and playing well, we may not be as far ahead in this game. Race and Trace, they're both in foul trouble a little bit. They both got 2 fouls. But the stat line is really good, and they've done really good today about not turning the ball over. Parker Stewart's played within himself today. Tamar Bates is a high leverage scorer that's gaining experience. Michael Durr is I still feel like Michael Durr is a project. But his stat line is really nice today too. I mean, going forward. And Jordan Geronimo has not scored yet today, but he's got 2 steals to make up for his 2 turnovers. He's got 1 rebound and 1 assist, and we are 100% for a half on free throw line. That's amazing. And you want to talk about going back to my youth, JB, watching Steve Alford as a kid. You know, he has not turned out to be the coach that I thought he was going to be, but I can tell you one thing. Bob Knight counted on that kid heavily when he was in college. He did not have athleticism. The one thing he had, he did not have it. He was not fast. He had 1 quick step. He could get around a pick, and he could shoot the ball quick. And he went out there and played adequate defense to stay on the floor. But he made some big shots. You know what? Talking about that athletic guy, Geronimo reminds me a lot of Keith Smart. Tamar Bates and Keith Smart kind of remind me of each other as well. That high-flying, kind of awkward-looking jump shot, but it just seems like he's floating. That's another player that, you know, that I thought Keith Smart might end up being the coach this time. I'll be honest with you. He spent enough time in the NBA as well. What you do without the ball is so important to scoring. Yeah, that's the other thing. When I watch a basketball game, Jake, I watch the motion of the offense because, you know, setting picks and screens and being active on the offensive end makes guys continually work. So if you stay still, then they can triangulate, right? They can get between you and the ball and the passer. They know where everything is. If you're not moving, you're easy to guard. But if you sprint back and forth across the baseline trying to get open during your play set, or you make a fake and go in for your pick, you're making your defender, he's paying attention to you. That way he's not watching the ball as hard. So you may not get open, but you're giving the guy with the ball the opportunity. Johnson and Durr. Yeah, you know what? I agree with that. You know, Logan Duncombe is a freshman, and he's still a project. I don't know what he has done wrong. But a 3-game suspension for him for violation of team rules, I'm sure it may come out. I will look around and see if I can find it. But, you know, that's not something I expected out of him, to be honest. So I'm not sure what that is. It could be a curfew violation. You know what? Setting a set of guidelines and rules for these kids and making them play, you know, by a stricter set of rules, I'm all for. And punishment is one way to get a kid's attention. So I'm not sure. But Durr is definitely going to have to fill some big minutes in the Big Ten season, because you know how this all works out. When you go into Michigan, they're going to pound the ball inside. They're going to try to draw fouls. And as much as I love Trace Jackson Davis, he's not a big-bodied guy. Race Thompson is, but he's only 6'8". So we are going to need Michael Durr to play well. So let's go into the second half today. I want to see defensive blockouts. Thank you, Jessica. I appreciate that. Maybe I'll get you to be a closeted IU fan. All right, we got the ball inbounds here again, and Lafayette starts it with an offensive foul, and your coach is standing there with his hands on his hip, and he's already looking disgusted. And 10 seconds. But getting into this half here, I want to see blockouts on the defensive end. I want to see taking care of the rebounds. Oh, come on. Am I still here? Hey, I guess that's not my my green screen that failed. Dun, 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 dun. All right, I'm not sure. Can you guys still see me? Okay. It's not my card that's the problem. Now I've got bigger problems than my video card. Trace has got the ball at the top of the key. We're going to go without the green screen here. So no IU background. Xavier Johnson's got the ball at the top of the key. Gets it down on the block. Trace Jackson Davis gets a reverse layup on the inside of the block. Race is pressing out of the basket. The ball gets thrown into midcourt. Miller Kopp's on the defense. Pick set. Guy drives the lane and misses a layup. Looks like it was partially blocked by Parker Stewart. Ball goes, wide open three-pointer. And they buries the three in the corner. Looked like they thought that IU thought they was going to control the ball, and they left the defensive end. Xavier Johnson, 39-17. Xavier Johnson brings the ball up the court. Trace Jackson drives the lane, and he gets blocked out of bounds. He was trying to pick up the foul and did not get it there. And looks like, I don't know the guy's name. Let's see who it is. Big, and it's a big dude. Number 10, Akiwa. Race gets the ball on the inbound and dunks it and draws a foul. Miller Kopp with a good pass to Race Thompson, cutting to the basket. What's up, Blackbeard Jay? Man, that was a really good play. There you go. Who was it was talking about moving without the ball? There you go. Let me get that comment off the screen. Race is going to go to the free throw line for an and one. And it is no good. 41-17, 18-53 going in the second half. Drives up the left wing, drives it all the way to the basket and throws up a layup and knocks it in. Beat his defender. University of Louisiana comes out, makes their first two shots. 41-19, 18:36 to go. That was bad defense by IU. They're dealing with the ball at the top of the key. Xavier's got the ball, dribbles right. Parker cuts the baseline, Race posts. Race got the ball on the block, drives inside the lane, turns and looks like he's going to shoot the right-handed floater and hits it. Race Thompson uses his pivot foot nicely, makes a little right-handed hook shot. 43-19, 18-10 to go. And once again, another guy drives right by Parker Stewart, but Xavier Johnson on the break with the layup. Parker Stewart missed his defensive assignment there, but we got a fast break basket out of it. Here comes Lafayette pushing it right up all the way down the court. Race Thompson with the block, but it goes right into the hands of your center, and he dunks it. Slow defense. That kid's a beast. Akuba. All right, we're at a commercial break here really fast. I'm sitting here trying to see if I want to see what I'm trying to. Sorry, JB, I was a little bit off here trying to figure out what my problem is here. Yeah, I got it. I'm back. I'm just trying to get through some of the looks like it's 37-14. So I thought I had a video card issue when this happened last week. So I replaced the video card. Obviously, that was not the issue, so I'm not sure what my issue is. We are still on commercial break. But yeah, looky here. I'm going to tell you that I'm not sure what happened there, but I saw sloppy defense, not getting back and covering the ball, and they just drove right up the court, go right in for a layup. And not to their credit, they're taking advantage of a defender not paying attention or not moving his feet. Yeah, I'm telling you, Christian Lander is earning valuable minutes today because Johnson's not playing very well. Even though Johnson got the fast break layup, it's easy. My score is jacked. There it is. It just reset. When everything reset when my card died out really fast. I'm not sure what. It's still on commercial. Makes me want to unplug that board and plug the old one back in just to see if it's hot. Actually, I could stick my head down here and look. I'll tell you what, Race Thompson has got so much more confident. His game has really elevated. You know what, Benny? I'm going to go out and say it right now. If he continues on the path that he is going to end up on an NBA team next year. Because he doesn't make mindless, stupid errors on the court. He plays with confidence. He plays within himself. I noticed that they've asked him to shoot a little bit more from the outside, and he's not been a high percentage from that 3-point line. But his shot looks good. His defense is solid. He rebounds solid, and he makes great decisions. That's why he's inbounding the ball and doing a lot of the passing. He could end up in the NBA. I don't know if he'll get drafted or not, but I bet you see him on a roster next year. All right. Lafayette starts into a press, and looks like Xavier Johnson picked up his dribble. Race Thompson brings it across, and they get called for a 10-second call because Xavier Johnson did not push the ball hard. Louisiana Lafayette has come out here playing with some gut this half. They are going at it hard. Yep, you're right, Josh. He's played something like a switch, man. He's on the defense right now on the left wing. Parker Stewart, it goes back to the right wing, races in defense, gets his hand up, and he does make a shot over Race. Louisiana is attacking the rim. 45-23 with 17:23 to go. Miller Kopp drives the lane, shoots a 13-footer. It didn't look like a very good shot. That's okay. We come up. They're driving the right-hand side. Lafayette is getting a little bit of confidence as we come down. Three-pointer from the left wing. It was in rhythm, but he missed. Xavier Johnson with the rebound, dribbles the ball up, centers the ball up, back out to Parker Stewart for the three on the trail, and Parker Stewart knocks in another shot. Race Thompson with the inbound steal. Oh, he got the steal, and he tried to throw it off the defenders. He was falling out of bounds, but it went off of him. He's arguing with the official a little bit about it, trying to get him to change the call. Yeah, but Parker Stewart was trailing on that kind of mediocre fast break and got the shot off and hit it, 48-23. Yeah, Parker Stewart, that's what he brings. He's a lights-out shooter. It's what Anthony Leal could be. And he brings 5 years experience. They get the ball across the timeline again, try to steal it again. Xavier's up in the guy's grill playing D. They reverse the ball over to the left wing, looking to get the ball down into the corner, trying to get to the block, back to the left wing, dribbles right wing, down underneath on the block, goes up for the shot, and one. Trace draws a foul, and he hits the layup. Lafayette is attacking the rim and using their size to their advantage. Their entry passes are much better this half. Free throw is getting ready to go up. It's up, and it is good. 48-26. I think they've scored more points in the second half than they did in all of the first half. All right. Race gets the ball across the timeline, goes off of Parker's hands. He wasn't ready for the pass. Outlet pass to the left wing. Raging Cajuns have the ball back, looking to cut into the lead. Get the ball down on the block. Got a mismatch against Xavier Johnson. Race Thompson with another steal. Race comes down to help Xavier on the block and reaches in there and knocks that ball loose. Williams picks up a cheap foul for Lafayette. Yep. Yeah, Kuba had the ball down there, and Race strips the ball, and then his guy picks up the foul as he's starting a fast break. Yeah, they came out ready to play. They got embarrassed in the first half. They are a proud team. They seem proud. They play good defense, honestly. Xavier gets the ball over to Miller Kopp on the left wing. Race is open on the block. Double team comes, and he makes a bad pass. I sit there and brag on his passing. Joakim Noah, yeah. Joakim, however you said his name. He was a little bit lankier though, man. It was a big dude. He stayed in the NBA for a long time as well. Hey, Lafayette is passing the ball. They reverse it to the right wing, going against Trace's 3 fouls. Trace gets in there. The ball is on the floor. Oh, it's loose. Race dives for it. That's going to be IU's ball. It was the loose ball. Louisiana fell on it and knocked it out of bounds. Oh, is it timeout time already? Man, these guys are scrappy. I got to say, I'm going to give Lafayette a lot of credit today. Well, they went in at halftime. They came out. They looked like a much different team. Whatever that coach said to them at halftime, they came out motivated and came out with a plan of attack, and they executed. When you're down that much, you can kind of get lethargic on the defensive end. They didn't quit. They come out in this half ready to play. So that is a testament to that coach. It's a testament to some of the kids on that team because they're 20-some points out of this game. They played probably the worst half of their season, and they have not quit. They're still diving after every ball and playing defense and trying to rebound. Teams like that, win conferences. They may be a little outmatched today athletically and talent-wise, but in their division, in their conference, these qualities that they're showing in this game are going to make them fare well against these other schools of their caliber. And I think that it's I think that's a testament to the coaching staff. I really do. Getting the right kids in there, getting the right culture. We haven't said that word a lot in here so far this year, talking about culture. Bringing a set of culture into here is what it's all about. Yeah, Benny, I agree about Callaway going down. Playing in Scotts, I seen play in Scottsburg, shoot, jump. Are you one of the Coomers from the Scottsburg, Austin area, bro? Because when I was in school, that name was really Austin and Scottsburg. I remember Coomers all the time in that area. Is that where you're from? Because I graduated from Southwestern High School. I remember seeing that name a lot, just bringing that up a little bit. But Galloway he's the right kind of kid. He's definitely a hard-nosed defensive kid, really has high game knowledge. Just it plays hard. But honestly, I really hated to see that. And, that Montez Mathis, that was a pretty hard foul. And I have a feeling that we're not going to see we may not see Galloway the rest of the year. But when you say Scottsburg, that takes me right back to home. We could be down 50 and we'd still play hard. We're good enough to win the Sun Belt Conference if we stay out healthy. Jessica, you know what? I'm telling you, I'm gonna keep my eye on this team in that Sun Belt for sure. I don't know how they were preseason ranked for that conference, but I can tell you right now that they are well coached, and they may not shoot the ball well, but they have a very good team mentality of basketball, and they play good defense. And those things right there is very important, especially in any conference. So I see a lot of quality in this team. There's old buddy Thad Mata sitting with Scott Dolson. Thad Mata, there's another great basketball mind that is in our corner. When he was at Ohio State, he was a thorn in our side for sure. Parker Stewart's got the ball. Xavier Johnson at the top of the key. Over to Miller Kopp on the left wing. Races down on the thing. Parker Stewart with the open three. Money. I love seeing Parker get off and shoot. 51-26, 15-22 left to go in the game now. And here we go again. They bring the ball up. They're working a pick. Guy shoots a three-pointer from the right wing, short off the iron. Xavier Johnson with the rebound. There's a couple possessions here. Whoa, what the heck was that? He almost double dribbled. Xavier brings across the timeline into the right corner. Miller Kopp for the three, and another one. So out of this timeout, Indiana spaced the floor a little bit better. And they're cheating on defense a lot, and now it's opened up some shots. So let's see how they respond to that. They've got the ball at the top of the key. They set their offense. Dribbles to the right-hand side, back to the top of the key, reverses the ball to the left-hand side of the floor. Looking, left wing, got the ball. Looking down to get on the block, can't get it in. Back to the top of the key for an open three, missed it. And there's another offensive rebound, no block out. Keeps the ball line. They got the ball up, shoots, misses. Race gets the rebound in there, defends, and then gets the rebound. Xavier brings it up the left wing, comes over to the right-hand side. Parker Stewart's open again for three. Money. Parker Stewart drains another three. That's what this kid brings to the team. And the crowd's getting up into it. They're 4 for 4 from behind the three-point line to start this half. They've got these kids a little shook. They're in there running their offense back to top of the key. They force the ball down inside. They get an insert and pass down on the baseline. Oh, and he misses the shot. Miller Kopp gets the rebound. Brings it up the left-hand wing. Race down to Trace. Trace back out. Parker's open again. Ooh, he just missed making another one right in a row, but it was a good shot. Reverse. Here comes Lafayette. Drives the lane. Lays it off and in for a quick, easy layup. A little bit hung up on the pass play. They did not score. Parker brings the ball across the timeline. They're in a zone press. And Trace has got the ball, loses it. Here they come back. Lafayette's coming back again, 57-28, 13-20 to go. They hold up for the offense. They got a guy wide open on the left. He doesn't see him. Looks to get the ball down on the block. He gets it down. Race forces him out to about 12 feet. He's trying to dribble in. Pushing. Xavier goes for the steal. Misses the layup. And Race blocked him out, but he got around the block out, got an offensive rebound, puts it back up, misses again. He's going to go to the line for 2 free throws. It is early season. I know this team and last year's team. Wow. Well, obviously our outside shooting is improving, Josh. And I'm Shane. Alex is not here. I don't know where she's at. Missed the free throw. Defensive intensity is there. We just was very inconsistent. I think a lot of last year's problem, I'm going to have to say, Archie got lethargic on coaching. I think he got very stagnant in the way that he ran this team. And I think that the guys just felt pigeonholed into the offense. Second free throw is good. So that's why they kind of gave up in these games. I don't know. It's like the other team started defending properly, and they just would fall apart in the second halves of these games. This year they seem different. But we're not in the conference play yet. I don't know if we're different or not yet. Xavier brings the ball across the timeline. Geronimo gets the ball. Hands back off to Xavier as he reverses it. Bad pass, Xavier. Another turnover. And misses the layup. They get the rebound out. They reverse it back out top of the key. Sorry about that. I got watching as opposed to calling. Hey, they drives the lane. He's got an open lane. Goes up for the layup. Trace affects the shot, gets the rebound, hands the ball off to Parker Stewart. They're going to call him. Ooh. They called that a block, but I feel like Parker Stewart started his dribble and pushed off. But Julian gets called for the foul. I felt like he was in pretty good position there. 57-29, 12:31 left in the half. It's going to be – that's the 4th team foul on Louisiana this half. Indiana only has 2. Here comes some subs. All right, there's the inbound pass. It looks like they're in some kind of a zone press. Now they back off into a man-to-man. Xavier brings the ball across the timeline, brings it to the left wing. Parker's out there. They are much tighter on Parker Stewart right now. Reverses the ball to Geronimo, who's at the top of the key. They're heavy on the left. Trace is out there on the left wing with the ball. Takes a couple dribbles. Over to Parker, sets a pick and roll. Back over to Xavier Johnson at the top of the key. He drives left. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Drives the lane and throws it off the glass. Trace gets the rebound and dunks it home. Trace is not forcing the game today. He's letting these guys play. 59-29, 11:53. Next dead ball will be a timeout, as we all hate. Dribble penetration around the right wing all the way to the baseline. Trace affects the shot. Outlet for three. Airballs it. Trace with the rebound. Outlets. Is he going to bring it up? Nope. Passes off to Xavier on the left wing. Xavier brings across the timeline. Overall dribbles all the way to the right. Back to Geronimo at the top of the key. Open three. Geronimo is hard, but he gets his own rebound. Oh, he gets the ball stripped. Here comes Lafayette on the fast break. One-on-one. Passes it back. Oh, offensive rebound. Did not block out. The trailer got the offensive rebound. Here he comes driving the lane again. Passes in. The big guy's got it. Gets it blocked by Trace. Trace controls the ball. Hands off to Xavier. Coming back up. Miller Kopp on the right wing. Back to Xavier Johnson, who drives the lane. Loses his dribble. Passes it into Geronimo. Geronimo goes up for the layup and one. Geronimo gets a layup. Geronimo is got some intense looks on his face today. Yeah, Benny, I'm telling you what, this recruiting is really good, and recruiting down south, I'm stoked about that. I'm getting ready to do some videos on some of these kids that are that they're recruiting in to try to get everybody a heads up on what they're getting. Man, I tell you what, the recruiting is where it's really at. College basketball, but not only recruiting, but I'm hoping that they're recruiting the right kids, the kids that want to stay. You're going to get, if you get super high talent, they may be one or two and done. I mean, I understand that's going to happen. Romeo Langford did not need to go to the NBA when he did. He needed to play another year of college basketball. But, that's the thing, right? Get to there and make that money as soon as possible. But some of these kids, Trace Jackson Davis is increasing his stock by staying in school. He's going to make that payday. It's going to happen because he's developing into a really good player. He's working on an outside shot, and you recruit the right kids in. Tamar Bates was a great get for us. Tamar Bates has got he looks like a kid. He looks like one of them Kansas kids, one of those kids that ends up playing at Kansas, and I'm really surprised he ended up here. Whatever they did to get him in here, I'm happy about. But just looking at the lineage of this basketball coaching, you've got you do have Thad Matta, sitting in the back wings to help Mike Woodson. You have Dane Fife, who was as associate head coach already at Michigan State, working under Tom Izzo. We've got what it takes on the coaching end. It's awesome. I feel like Scott Dolson did an excellent job in putting together the right formula for the right culture to play and for longevity in the Big Ten, because we don't care about 1-2 years. We care about how we care about maintaining the same level of play year in and year out with the recruiting the right kids, building the right atmosphere and program, and getting the right kids back in here at school. That's what's important. It's about building a program. Our program has been depleted. Kelvin Sampson wanted to win. He wanted to win at any cost, and that's evident because I'm not sure if he's getting away with it or not, but he's got to be doing something crooked at Houston because nobody pays any attention to him down there. Dan Dockage, I really like Dockage. I think he was I go back to, 1984, 85, defending Michael Jordan in the NCAA tournament. Straight up I think he's a really good coach. I think he's super knowledgeable of the game. Just wasn't a fit. And when we had Mike Davis, he really wasn't a fit. He had a nice coaching career though. Tom Crean is the only one that I think that could have had longevity, but there was no room for error if you're Tom Crean at Indiana. It wasn't the popular choice at the time. Yeah, Parker Stewart has stepped up today big time. Geronimo for one and misses the free throw. Lafayette with the rebound. 10:58 to go, 61-29. They bring the ball up fast, pushing it, picks up his dribble, outlet back out near the timeline. Reverses the ball to the right wing, run the weave. Back over to the left-hand side, passes down to the block, out about 8 feet. Shoots the 12-footer, gets it blocked. Parker Stewart that's Christian Lander, gets the rebound on the block shot. Lander brings the ball across the timeline. Michael Durr is in the game. Jordan Geronimo, Parker Stewart, and Tamar Bates. I haven't seen much of Tamar in this game. Not as much. Michael Durr has got the ball at the top of the key. Nobody on him. Tamar dribbles left, passes to Lander for three. Lander gets set up and hits a three. Yeah, Thomas Bryant should have stayed. A lot of good it did him in G League, honestly. I mean, he's on an NBA roster, but he had a big body like that. Parker Stewart gets called for the hand check as number 3 goes around Christian Lander. It is 64-29 right now, 10:05 left in the second half. And the inbound pass is coming. Where's it going? He gets it in on the right wing. Dribbling on the baseline. Gets a clear out. Parker Stewart's defending up in his grill. Shoots a fadeaway 12-footer and hits it. Somebody went to the floor. Geronimo went down hard. Jones just hit that 12-footer. Transferred in from Creighton, as I'm told. Oh, Christian. Christian just had the ball taken from him by number 5, or drives the lane, misses the layup. Offensive rebound, but he does get the rebound amongst the trees. Makes up for his mistake. Outlet pass to Parker Stewart. Parker's dribbling on the left wing. Drives down to the baseline. Passes back out to Geronimo. Geronimo over to Lander. Lander into the corner to Bates. Bates down to Durr on the block. Durr takes a couple dribbles on the block. Sets up. Gets inside. Gets positioned. Misses the little baby hook. Defensive rebound for Lafayette. Dribbles up the right wing. Right up there, sitting there, Parker Stewart in defense. Yeah, Lander's confidence is getting there. Dribble, drives down to the block, goes up for the shot. Durr helps on defense. Looks like, Geronimo fouls to keep him from scoring. And he put his hands up because he didn't want to get in no fights because they've already warned him, obviously. 64-31 with 9:03 left. Them guys from Louisiana Lafayette are strong. Geronimo goes in and commits the foul. It was a hard foul. He was not giving up that easy basket. That's his third personal, and he's at the free throw line. First free throw is up, and it is hard off the back iron. Them two guys that already had an interval. When Geronimo scored the basket, got fouled. Geronimo's got some look on his face today of intensity. I'm not sure what's going on with him. He's a little mouthy today. I'm not sure if that's just the intensity that he's playing with, but he's talking some smack on the block. And the second free throw is good. Geronimo takes the ball out. Looks like I'll tell you what, a lot of these teams this year I've noticed are pressing quite a bit. Parker Stewart's bringing the ball up. Good to see him get some minutes and play well. Passes off to Geronimo on the left wing, back over to Michael Durr at the top of the key. Yeah, you know what? I like this positionless basketball, but I don't want to see Michael Durr dribbling the ball from 23 feet. Passes off to Tamar, gets a pick set. Tamar shoots a pull-up 3, and he buries it. I don't know if that was 3 or it is 3. 67-32 with 8:37 left to go. Yeah, Alex, he stared him down. I'm not sure that I like that. I like the intensity. Good job. Nice defense. Geronimo is playing tight. Somebody said it earlier today they expected the threes to fall in. That has definitely happened. Our shooting percentage is way up, and to a team that plays pretty tight D. So that's good ball movement. Lander on the right wing dribbling. Everybody else offense is not moving around. Lander drives the baseline, brings it back out. Reverses the ball to Tamar Bates at the top of the key. Geronimo sets a pick. Tamar goes right. Passes back to Geronimo for the 22-footer. Hard off the back iron again, long rebound. Miller Kopp shoots the floater and gets fouled. Geronimo took a good shot in rhythm. He was contested. He was a little hard off the back iron. Yeah, I think somebody needs to calm Geronimo down a little bit. That stare down was a little bit much. He's got the look on his face right now. Referee stepped right in between him because he saw it too. Geronimo's playing with a big chip on his shoulder today. All in all, today it's been a very good game. Xavier Johnson struggled today, but that's what college basketball is about, right? It's a next man up mentality. When you don't play well, somebody's got to come in behind you and pick up your slack. Trace and Race have had fouled a little bit more than what they've been used to, but they're not turning the ball over as much. Miller Kopp's played a better game today. Parker Stewart's shot lights out today. That's what they brought him here for, as a shooter. Also, I think I mentioned that, I was worried about his defense. He has had some defensive lapses today. Yeah, no doubt. Save that for Purdue. You don't need to burn it up today, but what you need to do is you need to learn what you can do in these games so that it becomes habit. You're trying to build good habits. Because like we talk about, you're coaching 18 to 22-year-old kids, and once you get them in a certain rhythm of something, then it becomes second nature. When it becomes second nature, basketball is not about, hey, what play do I need to make? It's just that you make the right play. So you get handed the ball, and then you know what to do with it without even thinking. That's when basketball becomes second nature. That's when it becomes fun for these kids. But you've got to learn yourself to do the right things. And that the same goes for mistakes. Turnover prone Xavier Johnson. This is nothing new. He plays with great intensity, fast with the ball, but he turns the ball over because he's sometimes reckless. That's what they're trying to beat out of him before we get into this Big Ten season. I'm going to tell you something right now. This many turnovers will not fly against anybody in the Big Ten. I don't care how good you're shooting the ball, because you're not going to shoot like this against Purdue. You're not going to shoot like this against Michigan State. They're going to either contest or they're going to start fouling you to not let you make these shots. They will not let you beat them like that. So at the end of the day, these games here, learning habits, learning a new system. Yeah, Louisiana has not shot well, but they've gotten shots. 67-32, 45-21, 67-32 is the score. I'm looking at the turnovers here really fast. We're at 18 turnovers for the game. Whew. Miller Kopp at the free throw line, knocks in a free throw. Well, I tell you what, post game today, we're going to have some good conversation for a few minutes. I won't drag it on forever, and both free throws are good. They're going to go back to pressing the ball, not backing off that press. Lander's got the ball as he comes across the timeline. Man, I'm telling you what, I'm watching Geronimo. Geronimo's playing with intensity. I want to see if he has that edge. Good defense right now. Tamar Bates is on the ball. Geronimo backs off his defender off his guy a little bit. They reverse the ball into the left wing. Shoots the three. Good defense. He missed it hard. Lander with another rebound. Christian brings the ball up. Geronimo runs the floor. Christian brings the ball across the timeline, sets the offense. Defense is tight. Goes around the pick. Lander still has the ball. Makes the pass to Geronimo. Guy almost jumps the pass, but he saw it. Lander's got the ball atop the key. 10 seconds in the shot clock. Offense is doing very little right now. Back to Geronimo. Geronimo drives, goes up, and he gets fouled. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Geronimo dribbles from the top of the key and draws a foul. He looks really dialed in today. So does Michael Durr. Jordan gets ready for his free throw. Free throw is up, and it is good. Geronimo has definitely got some athleticism. Free throw percentage is good. That's something we needed to improve on. He missed that one there. Good block out for Lafayette. They control the ball off the free throw, bring it across the timeline. Still playing with high intensity. Shoots the three and it's an ugly shot. Miller Kopp does a good job of blocking out, controls the rebound. Tamar Bates is dribbling the ball across the timeline, looks up. Still dribbling, looking for somewhere to go, trying to go to his left. He's trying to get to his strong hand, drives the lane, drives down, and I bet he turned it over, dribbled it off his own foot. He tried to do too much, dribbled it off his own foot when help came. 70-32, 6:41 to go. What's up, Felix? Nice to see you chat. Thank you for being here today. I really appreciate it. Lafayette brings the ball across the timeline. Here goes the drive on the baseline. He gets around Kopp, goes up, Kopp fouls. So Kopp did not move his feet there. Guy got around him. Geronimo came to help, but Kopp picks up the foul. It's just there's still a little, these guys are not, they're not in that defensive mindset yet. And JB Durr being dialed in, he's not having a great game, but he's not making mistakes today. Last couple games, his mistakes were on like help defense and stuff like that. He'd leave too early, leave an open layup. He's a little bit more dialed in defensively. He's blocking out well. Both free throw goes in. It's now 70-33. 6:30 left in the game. Tamar Bates has got the ball. 34. I'm sorry, they just didn't add it on the scoreboard. Lander's got the ball on the left wing. Lander looks poised today. Lander looks really good. He is dribbling around, past it, reversed the ball around in the corner. Geronimo drives the baseline, gets it blocked. Over to Anthony Leal. Leal passes the ball back out to Lander, and the offense resets. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Lander's going to have to do something with the ball. Step back three off the glass, and it sticks to the rim. They're calling it. They call that shot a wedgie. How much before the game is over, please? 6 minutes and 1 second, sir. 72-34, and it looks like it is. Let's see. IU's ball on the Anthony Leal, has it at the top of the key, drives right, passes off to Tamar Bates. Tamar Bates over on the left wing. Christian Lander misses a jump shot. Durr fights for the offensive rebound, and Geronimo loses it out of bounds. 5:50 left to go in the game. 72-34. Here's the thing. You got a lot of your starters sitting over there on the bench while these guys are getting valuable minutes. Drives all the way down the floor and hits the layup over Durr. Here you go. Lander brings the ball across the timeline. 70-36, 5:31 left. Lander drives the baseline. Double team comes, reverses the ball to Tamar. Tamar over to Geronimo. Geronimo drives the left wing, sits it over to Durr. Durr picks up his dribble. There he hits Tamar Bates on a floater. Tamar misses the kind of like an alley-oop shot. He should have came down with it. Oh, yeah, they're playing better this year than last year for sure. Ball is in the corner. They dribble around. IU is still pretty dialed in on defense. There's a pick out the top. That's an illegal pick, and they call him for the charge. Nebraska gets a win today, 82-59 over Southern. All right, somebody's called timeout here or something. 4:59 to go. Oh, wedgie, not heard that technical phrase before. I love the hustle. Yeah, Benny, I'm just catching up on some of the chat. Looks like we will be back in here Tuesday night again. That is probably another Big Ten Network game. And volleyball games carry on too long. I can't watch volleyball. Can anybody of y'all watch volleyball? Five minutes to go in the game. 4:59 to be exact. 70-36. And it looks like Tamar is going to be taking the ball out. And I tell you what, everybody is pressing this year. They're keeping pressure on the ball. Christian brings the ball across the timeline over to the right-hand side. Hard defense. There's a pick out there. That's going to be a foul on Geronimo because he stepped into the pick. I got to say, also, Benny, to what you asked him earlier. Oh, yeah, that's cool. I grew up in the area. We spent a lot of time in the Austin, Scottsburg area when I was a kid. So It's nice to know that somebody comes in here that's from near where you're from. Sam, I agree. I think that's important too. That's important for recruiting for sure. First free throw is up on the 1-and-1 and he missed it. Anthony Leal gets the rebound. I haven't seen Leal make any mistakes on defense thus far. I'm going to keep that in mind. He's in the corner. I'm looking for him to get a shot here. He is down on the baseline on the corner. Oh, good defensive play. Hey, there is somebody in the game that I am not familiar with. Hang on a second here. I got somebody that is not into the score sheet that I don't know who it is. Can somebody look it up for me? Who is number 14 for IU this year? There's a pick. Leo got the ball in the corner, dribbles out, hands it off to Lander at the top of the key. Oh, left wing. 3. Terreno? Childress, okay. Gosh, I haven't never seen him play. First time he gets a shot, he hits it. Playing D out there. Leo is on the ball. Reverse the ball. Childress is on the point. Dribbles left, right. Gives the guy a little bit of room. He steps back. Dribble to the left. They run the weave down into the corner. Drives into the lane. Turns back, jump shot. Geronimo with the block, and then he recovers the ball before it goes out of bounds. Outlet to Lander. Lander over to Childress. Childress to Leal in the corner for 3. Oh! Leal missed the 3. Geronimo missed the dunk. Leal's got the ball in the corner again for another attempt, and he buries it. What a good sequence right there. You better call a timeout, Louisiana. Dude, that was a great sequence. Geronimo come flying in to try to put that ball back and missed it. Ball goes back out to the corner to Leal. In the left wing, Lafayette drives the lane, shoots it, gets it out to the 3-point range, dribbling around against Tamar, drives left. This should be a travel. There's Michael Childress with the rebound. He gets it stripped, and he misses the shot, but he's fouled. Joe Charles. We got a timeout, the under 4 timeout there. Nathan Childress, thank you, because I'd never seen him play. I'd seen him on the bench, but I'd never put a face to a name. 76-36, 3:06 left to go in the game, Sam. And we've got timeout again, which was needed for the TV timeout. Look, here you go. You've seen enough from your starters today. You've got them guys all on the bench. Let's go through the score sheet here while we are on timeout again here. Let's see how we've improved. Hey, guess what? We've still got 21 turnovers for the game. Can't have that. We've given up 18 offensive rebounds for the game today. Can't have that. However, our offensive rebounding has improved, and we've out-rebounded as a whole by 9. Where we've been pretty good today is assists, but 22 assists is great. 21 turnovers is god-awful. We have got to take better care of the ball. We 8 block shots today. We had a lot of fouls today. There's a lot that's been good about this game and a lot that's been sloppy. Anthony Leal, 5 points today, 1 for 2 from 3-point range. Yeah, I'm not sure if he's a non-scholarship or not. I would say he is, but I don't know that. I'd have to dig into it really and look. Christian Lander has played a pretty solid game today. 6 assists, which is solid for any point guard, but 4 turnovers. Also today, Xavier Johnson's got 6 assists as well, but 3 turnovers. Get that percentage down to get them turnovers down to about 2 apiece, and I will live with that much better. A lot of things going well today. Our 3-point shooting today has been exceptional, 10 for 18 from behind the line. So who's IU's player of the game tonight? Man, you know what? I've got to say it's either got to be Parker Stewart, or if you want to give it to somebody that's come off the bench that's played well today, you give it to Christian Lander. These 2 guys have stepped up today when they needed to. Hey, good luck at Marshall Tuesday, Jessica, and thank you for hanging out. Feel free to sit in here and talk college basketball with us I'm going to personally make it a point to kind of keep an eye on this team just to see how they're doing, check box scores and such, because I think that you're headed for a good season, honestly. I think you're going to fare well in your conference play. Just keep building on what you're doing. And we thank you for that. It's been a very tough game. You guys are very physical, very defensive-minded, even though the score doesn't show that. He hit the first three throws, 76-37. Second free throw is up, and it is also good. And there's the inbound pass to Lander. Let's watch Lander for the last 3 minutes of this game, help bring this one home. A couple more assists would make my day for him. Dribbling around at the top of the key, breaks the defense, passes over to the wing. Anthony Leal's got it, drives, passes back to Lander. Lander for three. Good shot. He just missed it. Here we go. Driving down the lane. Got the ball at the top of the key. Goalies breaks in, shoots a shot, misses it, gets it inbound to there. Childress with the rebound. Gets the ball back. Lander controls. Outlet pass to Leal. Leal is 1-on-2. He stops. Looks for somebody to outlet to. Oh, and he gets it stolen from him. And then fouls. Bounce pass, Anthony. Bounce pass. The guy's 6'5". You don't try to throw it over him. But you know what? That's why these guys need to be in here playing. Yeah, Jessica, I really hope you guys have a great season. I really do. A lot of takeaways from today. It looks like everybody's down on their benches. First free throw is up, and it is good. Nice for him. Second free throw is up and is good. Canada was last month for Thanksgiving. What do you do in November, JB? Here, 76-40, 2:24 to go. Lander breaks the timeline, coming across the ball. Dribbles right. Passes over to Tamar Bates on the left wing. Tamar's got the ball. There he goes. Drives in. Passes off. Oh, Geronimo with the dunk. He jumped over Leal. 76-40. Ball comes down, getting ready to shoot. Shoots a 26-footer, and he rims out. Childress with the rebound. Gets the rebound, passes off to Lander. 1:54 to go, 76-40. Tamar Bates brings the ball across the timeline. Dribbles down into the left wing, passes cross-court to Leal. Cross-court, Leal drives the baseline, passes back over to Tamar Bates. Oh, Tamar Bates was getting ready to shoot it, and the guy jumped, and he went to drive past him, and he traveled. We got you. Sam was just probably didn't hear you notice your conversation. But, yeah, we had Louisiana Lafayette represented as we have a runner in the lane. Missed a couple shots, 2 offensive rebounds. He goes back up for the third. Are they going to count it? Michael Thomas got 2 offensive rebounds there. And let's see if they're going to count the basket. Hey, I got to say, here, offensive rebounds for Louisiana has been excellent today. Yeah, JB, Finnessy hurt his leg in the St. John's game. And the free throw is missed. Childress with another rebound. Tamar Bates brings the ball across the timeline. Well, he's trying to. He loses it. Coming back over to Childress on the right wing. Childress drives. Dribble, passes over to Lander. Lander drives the lane, passes over to Leal. Leal dribbles off to the left, back right, comes back inside, gets it back out to Tamar. Childress fakes the jump shot, drives the lane, pulls it back out. Leal in the corner, 6 seconds on the shot clock. Childress, they're going to call him for a charge. Nope. They called it a block. He was inside the zone. He was inside the protected area. They called it a block, but Leal was out of control. Oh. Yep, there you go. It was an offensive. I thought so, but I listened to the announcers of the game. Oh, I don't like that snubbling snow business. Drives the lane, goes up, passes it back out for an open three, and they missed it. Oh, there comes the rebound way out. Gets his own rebound. drives the lane back out, dribble, gets down in there, double team, puts it up, going up against Geronimo, gets the rebound, and Geronimo passes it right back to the Lafayette player for a basket. That was a bonehead play. Tamar Bates, these Raging Cages, they are fighting to the end. 33 seconds left to go in the game, 24 seconds to go in the shot clock. 76-44. Tamar Bates drives the lane, passes it in the corner. Leo's got the ball, passes out to Lander. 14 seconds on the shot clock. Lander comes up, dribbles, brings it back out. 10 seconds on the shot clock, 16 on the game clock, 7 seconds on the shot, sitting there. Looks like he's content to let it run out. He lets the shot clock violation, hands the ball to the referee. No shot necessary there. Well, we're going to end up with a win. Lafayette brings the ball across the timeline, pulls up for a three, and misses the three-pointer, gets an offensive rebound. Ball goes out of bounds. Time expires. Final score today, 76-44. The Matthew twins. Oh, my God. Oh, what was the big kid on their team? They had a big guy underneath. My God. Benny, you must be my age, dude, because the Matthew boys, I remember playing against them in baseball as well. Man, they shot lights out. I thought they were going to have really big-time careers. Maybe they just weren't quite big enough. But, yeah, it just takes me way back talking about those kids. Really solid game today. A lot of stuff that really gets that needs some work. So, we improve. We come in today. We needed to improve on. We did not block out. I'm sure that's going to be a point of emphasis this week in practice before we play again on Tuesday. The blockout situation was god awful. Let's go into tonight's stats really fast. Trace Jackson Davis, 4-11 from the field, 3 of 3 from the three-point line, which was a big concern from last week. 2 offensive, 5 defensive, 7 total rebounds, 2 assists, 1 turnover, 2 blocks for 11 points. Miller Kopp played a pretty good game today as well. 2 for 3, 1 for 1 3-point line, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 7 total rebounds as well, 1 assist, no turnover, 1 block, 1 foul, 7 total points. Race Thompson, 3 for 4 from the field, 1 3-pointer miss, 2 for 3 from the free throw line. He had 8 rebounds total. 2 assists, 2 turnovers, 1 steal, 1 block, 3 fouls for 8 total points. Xavier Johnson did not play well today. Yeah, I remember Eric Anderson, Sam, big redheaded kid. He was always a hard-nosed player. Lander, I'm with it. You can take Parker Stewart shooting tonight, 16 points, 4 or 5 from three-point land, or you can take Christian Lander, who come in off the bench and relieve Xavier Johnson from playing bad. Jessica says that Marshall is 3-1. They lost by 2 points to Campbell. They beat Jackson State by 14 tonight. Hey, I think you guys have a really good – Marshall is always a pretty good ball team. They are down there in Huntington, West Virginia, the Thundering Herd. Calvert Chaney's probably one of my favorite players of all time, Sam. Christian Lander is my MVP for the day because he was not expected to have a big role tonight. I really feel like his play was what really propelled them to staying ahead, and he ran the offense, controlled the team, and did a very good job tonight. Anthony Leal played pretty decent off the bench. He did have 2 turnovers. Lander ended up with 4 turnovers today. Geronimo had 5 turnovers. This is where it's got to tighten up. These guys are going to lose minutes if they keep turning the ball over. The guys that don't turn it over are going to stay on the court. But right now, everybody playing point guard is turning the ball over. So can you see where our problems are going to lie when we get into tougher competition? Taking care of the ball, not giving easy baskets. And that starts with turnovers. That also goes into blocking out. We did not block out well on the defensive side tonight, and their offensive rebounds really showed that. That was a weakness. That's a big team and a muscular team, but we should not give up that many offensive rebounds. I know they missed a lot of shots today. University of Louisiana shot the ball 72 times tonight. And they were 2 for 20 from three-point land, but they had 21. They had more offensive rebounds than they did defensive. Assist to turnover ratio was god awful. They did get a lot of steals, and they fouled a lot. That's what you expect from these smaller schools. You expect this type of game. However, their leading scorer had 10 points today, and that was Jordan Brown, their center, who also had thank you, Jessica. You have a good night, too. Theo Akwuba had a pretty good game. He had 10 rebounds and 9 points. Jordan Brown had 6 rebounds and 10 points. Beyond that, there was not a lot of really influential play on that team. They did not get a lot of assists because they didn't make a lot of jump shots. A lot of stuff was it was non-assist baskets. They were 14 for 24 from the free throw and did not do well there. I'm about to go over here in just a few minutes to the assembly call and get beat up again for my opinions, but that's okay. I'm going to keep spewing them. All in all, tonight, Louisiana had a tough task. They played hard. They played tough, tight defense and did the best that they absolutely could, and they improved after halftime. They put up 30 points in the second half, which was really good. Do you think they'll redshirt Trey? If it's season ending, I think if that's an option, they will do that. Galloway does not seem like a kid that's going to leave early. He seems like a kid that he's going to be there for his full 4 years. I would assume that they will. If he's not going to play again this year, I'm assuming that they'll redshirt him. But if he's going to play again in the Big Ten season, if he's back by mid-January, they may not redshirt him. It depends on what these kids do off the bench. And like today, let's go into Nathan Childress getting an opportunity to play. Nathan Childress came in off the bench. He shot one shot. He hit a three. He had 4 rebounds and cleanup time and scrap time today. Turned the ball over once for 3 total points. He took his chance tonight to play and didn't make mistakes. So, it just depends on how these other guys play as well going forward, whether or not he will get the red shirt. I seen he had a brace on today. He's already had the surgery. We'll be looking for updates, and I'm definitely going to go around and listen to some of the stuff tonight. As a whole, very good defensive game for Indiana. Giving up only 44 points in any game is good defense. We did shoot the ball very well from 2-point range, which has been one of our strengths this year, 28 for 52 for 53.8%. And our three-pointers were great, 10 for 19. If we have this stat line every night on the shooting, we're going to be in good shape. We won the rebounding battle. We just gave up too many offensive rebounds, and we ended up with 26 total turnovers today. That cannot continue. That is one thing that has got to be addressed, and somebody has got to step up at the point guard spot and not turn the ball over. Take control of the offense. I know that it's positionless basketball. You've got to take care of the ball if you're going to dribble it. If you're going to dribble it, you got to make good passes, and you've got to not turn it over. Thank you, Alley Cat. I'm working on it. I'm trying to get better. I feel like I've improved every game so far of keeping up with the call and going forward. I had some coughing issues today, made it kind of tough for a little bit there. Not sure what that was all about. Overall, though, as a whole, it was a solid game today, 76 points. I will see you guys Tuesday. Guaranteed I will be here. After that, we're going on a trip, so I won't be in here Wednesday through Sunday for sure, but as of the next week, I will be back. You're right. And like I said, Jake, that's very important. I feel like letting the end of your bench get some playing time is important to develop those guys because you owe it to them. Also, letting Trace sit for the last 12 or 14 minutes of the game, letting Race sit. These guys play hard inside, and they have bruises and they're beat up and they are tired. They need a break. Hey, Josh, I appreciate that. If you want to come in here, even when you can watch it live and log in and just kind of listen during breaks and stuff like that, if you want to hear another opinion, because I don't always agree with the commentators, especially when it's nationally televised. The IU guys on the radio are pretty good. I got to say that I always enjoy listening to them. But feel free to stop in here and drop an opinion, because what I didn't offer up today was anybody the chance to come up here and join us on StreamYard. But if that's something that you would like to do, if you'd like to express your opinion, you can do it with or without a camera. I'd love to have some of the people in here that I've met going forward to come up and say hey and talk a little bit of basketball, because this is one of my passions. IU basketball is way high on my list for things that I look forward to for the year. Alley Cat, I appreciate that. Our Thursday night live is going to be a dandy this week. I just got to set. Oh wait, I'm not going to be there this week. It's not going to be a dandy this week. Alex is going to be on there, and she's going to be all on her own. She may have somebody guest come up and help her host, but jump in there and definitely support her. Yeah, Tim's the MVP. Wherever Tim's at, I haven't seen him commenting a lot tonight, but Tim's my MVP. He's been hanging out, or is that Tim? Oh, Alley Cat Treasures is Tim. Got it. Now I know where that. I was like, I knew that name, and I didn't put two and two together. Tim is Alley Cat. Completely got it. Tim, we appreciate you, bro. Got it. I'm squared away now. Hey, this is definitely winding down. Was a pretty solid game. However, yeah, I wasn't sure. I knew you were. I thought I saw you in here on Tim earlier, and I didn't see it anymore. So what do we need to do? Hold on a second, really fast. So what do we need? What do we need to do when Marshall and Jackson State? Play the basketball that you're capable of. When you don't turn the ball over and play solid defense, you've got an opportunity to win any game. Take Wisconsin, for the last 20 years. They have not always been a great shooting team, but they always play defense and they play ball control. And with that being said, they always seem to win games. And that is what it takes to win, is consistent play on defense. That's why Mike Woodson is focused on defense. If you can't tell that this team is defense orientated, then you're missing. So that's their focus. That's their mindset. And that's how they plan on winning games this year. There's plenty of athletic ability on the offense, and they're putting up plenty of points, but defense will win a championship. Free throw shooting is very important. Dude, I was trying to figure out. I kept seeing Alex talk to Tim in chat, and I didn't know that Tim was Alley Cat. So brain death, whatever. That's great. But defense is what we need to, when we play smaller schools, we need to keep playing aggressive defense. Rebounding is important. This team from Louisiana Lafayette was a different style of team. They were a bruiser type team. That's why they will probably do very well within their conference, because they're physical. Their physicality is solid. Sam, yes, sir. I will be back in here Tuesday night for sure. Guaranteed. I've got to figure out and get a hold of Dell to find out what I need to do to get my computer square away, because I don't like this not having my green screen. I feel naked. Thank you, Alec, or thanks, Tim. I appreciate it. But I'm going to call this a day, you guys. Thank you all for hanging out. It is 9:57. We've been in here for 2:28. I appreciate everybody being in here. The game on Tuesday, I believe, let me look it up real fast, is dun, 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 dun. They play Tuesday. They play Jackson State on the Big Ten Network at 7 p.m. Eastern. So I will be right on at 7 o'clock in case that has any delay to it. And then the 27th, let me tell you right now, I will not be on for the Marshall game on Saturday, but I should be back after that. Yeah. I will be back. Oh, I'll definitely be back for the Syracuse game on the 30th. I'm pretty sure. Let me make sure. 11:30. Yes, I will be back for the Syracuse game. I'm only going to miss one game so far. We'll miss the Marshall game, but I will be in here for the Syracuse game, and it looks like that is a road game, which will be something else. See you tomorrow, everybody. I'm going to knock it out. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Be safe on your travels. Make sure you, at the end of the day, when this thing closes out, leave a comment. I appreciate smashing the like and the subscribe button. If you were impressed with what you saw today, share us out to your friends on Facebook and other social media. We're just trying to grow our little channel here and build a community. And we're doing a good job of getting the community going. And Sam, I agree with that. I'm going to put that as my last statement for the day. Go IU, and I will see you guys tomorrow night.